Okay. Did I do it? Am I live? Okay. I think I'm live. Just gonna... Okay. Post. And post. Okay. I think I'm doing it. Okay. We're live. I did it. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Okay. I don't know how this will go, but let's see. How close are you to getting your PhD? I actually just started getting my PhD, so it'll probably take me 4 or 5 years. I'm thinking 5 years. Hey everyone, how's it going? How's it going? I guess I'm just supposed to dilly-dally for people to come in. I don't really have any plans for today. I just wanted to try out a live stream, and then hopefully this number would slowly go up. I'm actually a little worried that it's not gonna hit 100K today and actually tomorrow, so maybe I should have scheduled this for tomorrow, but I didn't want to do it on a Monday. How's it going? How's it going, everyone? There's gotta be a way. Ah, okay. Yeah, I can see your chat live now. Okay. Hello, everyone. But yeah, I think I'm just planning on hanging out here. Hopefully the subscriber count goes up a little bit. If not, I guess I can do another stream tomorrow, maybe, or I don't know. We'll see. I get about 100 subscribers a day, so maybe doing this live stream will make it go a little faster, but we'll see. What are your future plans for the channel? Honestly, this last year I had a great year. Had 2 videos pass over 1 million views, so I think I'm just gonna keep up that kind of format. It seems to be working for me. So yeah, just long form, deep dive, broad evolution videos is probably just the plan for now. I do want to do more things like stream, maybe. We'll see how today goes. But yeah, pretty much just keep doing what I'm doing, get some more sponsor deals hopefully, and you know, slowly grow the channel. Yeah. I do not know how to be a streamer. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Okay, are these first time chatter symbols? What are these? Oh, they're top fan symbols. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I just figured I would answer questions, hang out, chat about whatever. I have no idea what streamers do, but in case I can't think of anything to do, I have some games and stuff, you know, some dailies that I figure we would do. Yes, this is my first stream. I never streamed before. Just figured out how to set it up and go live. Like, I never even tested anything, so hopefully I'm loud enough. Hopefully, you know, you started my parasite hyperfixation. I'm glad to hear that. I think they're pretty cool, and I'm surprised there wasn't already a video about like all of them. Favorite animal? That's a great question. That's a tough one. I think I would say orangutan right now. I think orangutans are really sick. They're smart, friendly. Oh, I didn't let me get off this screen. Yeah. They're smart, super friendly, all that stuff. Hey, just chiming in, wanted to say it's great. Your channel's grown so much. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. I am gonna keep it up. I honestly, like, this last year, the amount of support I've received from you guys has been unreal. So truly. Oh wow, there's 24 people in here. I thought I'd sit at 0 for a while, but this is fantastic. Thanks for showing up, everyone. Yeah, I appreciate the love. Penguin says I like penguins. I think that checks out. Dude, R.A. Acosta, I actually remember you. I actually remember when you used to comment. What's up, man? Yeah, we've come a long way. I remember. I remember you used to comment. It was you. Pomegranate was another one. There were like a couple of my early commenters that I really remember. But yeah, glad to see you're still around. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, the algorithm's a little weird about videos. Subscriptions don't even work these days, but it's mostly just the algorithm. So, have you thought about one on everything turning to crabs? Yes, but I think Nicole, I think she already did that. So I try to do topics that no one's ever done. What I can do though is mention it in a video about convergent evolution, which is what that is, which is like the same thing evolving twice, basically. It's happened a couple times. Birds and bats both evolved wings by themselves. Same with pterodactyls. Same with every insect that flies. So I might make like a broader convergent evolution video and then just have a whole segment about everything turning into crabs, because that's like, you know, one of the big ones. It is a good idea. Worm-shaped animals, yeah, lots of. It's also very common. Lots of worm-shaped animals. I deleted some videos on my channel and re-uploaded them. Now I have reduced engagement. How long do you think this will last, or can I fix it? I don't really know, to be honest with you. I haven't really figured out. I think a lot of the YouTube stuff, that the advice and stuff you hear about, it's all very like mumbo jumbo, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't worry about it. I would just keep making videos and just, yeah, try to make them better each time. Jamie, what's going on? What is up? I hope you're doing well. We're gonna have to run some Minecraft back again. Have you seen that video where someone dropped their sunglasses in an orangutan enclosure and it figured out how to put them on? Yes, actually. That's a funny one. There are a lot of those, but also they'll throw back your phone if you drop them in there and stuff. Like they're very smart. That's why I like them. What about a vid talking about flora and fauna's journey from ocean to land? I think that's a good idea. I kind of wanted to do like a complete origin of life timeline, like starting from the beginning to the entire like evolution pathway, and I could probably talk about that there. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good idea though. It's a good idea. How about flukes and other parasites that use different hosts? Anyone covered why that evolved? Well, parasite stuff is just pretty complicated, like at least in terms of like the academic side of things. So I wouldn't be surprised if like the most involved people on that stuff still don't fully know how a lot of that stuff happens. Because yeah, there are some parasites that like throughout their life they just go from different host to different host as like a part of it. Like they're expected to get from a bird to a mouse to a human to a turtle. You know what I mean? Like that's a part of their life, and it's just super complicated. So it's cool. Dulosis and ants. You know what? I actually do want to make a full ant video. Like ant inquilism, dulosis, and stuff like that. There are ants that enslave other ants. There are ants that like make clones of themselves by like reproducing with some like it's crazy. So I might make like a full ant video. Yeah, you know, I'm not a #1 TikTok hater. I think the allegations are false, but I'm a defender of the unnamed transitional form that TikTok overstepped its boundaries to sort of, you know, take the fame of. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah. Never seen one on plants leaving the water. Yeah, I think we usually talk about animals getting onto land. Plants getting onto land, I think it's less clear. I actually don't even know fully why that is. But I imagine it was a lot easier of a process for them. You know. Animal intelligence is really interesting, and how brain size doesn't directly correlate to being smarter. Yeah, it is really weird, huh? In the video I'm working on right now, I have a section about Neanderthals, and it's like one of those weird things that we know that like Neanderthals actually had like bigger brain cases than us, even like proportional to their body. So like according to the main like linear scale of it, it seems like they should be smarter than us, but we were the ones that ended up really making everything. So it's kind of unclear. Even people who study the brain don't know that much about the brain. Like it's really unclear, a lot of that stuff. Yeah, I always wondered how something that intricate and dependent on so many other species came about. Yeah, with the parasites. It's crazy. It's really just like millions of years. I think as people we don't think on that scale, but when you think about like millions, even like billions, right? The amount of room for like these miracles to happen and like sort of cement themselves as like fixed traits in species is like it's pretty wild. But like there was a lot of time. There's a lot of time for this to happen. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm surprised. A lot of actually more than 20 people are here. I really thought I'd sit here for like a good while and not really see much. So this is pretty crazy. I don't, now that I think about it, I don't think that it would make any sense for me being live to impact my subscriber count, because who's watching me live who's not already subscribed, right? So we might have to run it back tomorrow, or just, I don't know, just let the countdown actually complete tomorrow, because I don't know if we'll get it today. Always nice to see a biologist getting a big W. Well, we haven't gotten it yet, but yeah, I do think biology is pretty. There's some really cool like big biology channels on YouTube, like Tier Zoo, Casual Geographic, Lindsay Nicole, couple other ones. And yeah, I think even though that's the case, it's still like pretty underrepresented. Like there's a lot of fields of bio that just don't give it. Yeah, Clint's Reptiles. Yeah, that's my guy right there. Clint's Reptiles. Yeah. But yeah, I really like biology, obviously, enough to study it all my life, and I figured like I don't see anyone talking about the things that I was studying, so that's kind of why I just started making these. I never knew you streamed. I don't stream. This is my first stream, but hopefully I'll be able to do some more. Can you make a video about albinism? Yes, it does exist in every species. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I actually don't fully know how it works. I know that there's like, it's just like a mutation or just something that happens to the same pigment gene that we all have. So like anything can be albino. Yeah, I'll think about it. Memorizing all the amino acids and their structures right now, dude, that's tough. I remember doing that. Not anymore. Now that I finished undergrad, I don't have to actually memorize things. I can just admit that I don't know things. It's pretty sick. Any upcoming videos planned? Yeah, the one I'm working on right now is about natural weapons. So like claws, teeth, stingers, poison. How old are you? I'm 23. And a half, I think. Yeah, I'm more than a half. Selena, what's going on? How you doing? I hope you're well. If you could collab with anyone, who would you collab with? That's a great question. Oh, that's Jamie. That's Jamie asking that question. That's my friend. Yeah, probably. I think about that stuff. For one, I realize that I have no idea. I have no idea how YouTubers just like know each other. Like I've yet to make a single like YouTube friend. You know what I'm saying? But if I could collab, like let's just say I pass 100K and I magically get into like the YouTuber communication circle, which won't happen. I'd probably say like right now Hank Green is kind of the science guy right now. So probably him, probably Hank Green. But of course, like, you know, any of the legendary science guys like Vsauce, Veritasium, all those guys. Fart and a sub will be yours. I unfortunately can't fart on a command. But I hope that you'll be gracious enough to sub regardless. Island endemism or factors affecting speciation. Yeah, that is a cool idea. I actually did think about just a full like island biology video, because there's island gigantism and dwarfism is a cool thing to talk about, with a lot of visual examples. So yeah, that's a good idea. How are we, twin? I'm good wiener balls. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Are you gonna talk about animals who make weapons too, like octopods or humans? Yeah, I have a little section at the end talking about animals using weapons. So yeah, I am gonna go into human stuff, but for the most part it's just like the evolved in-body weapons. Hank Green is ancient. I mean, he's an OG, right? I remember watching him way back in the day, early YouTube. He made VidCon. Yeah, but like strangely he's had like a resurgence with TikTok. You know, he's like the young person's science creator now. It's really weird. Gotta go. Hope you hit it by the end of the stream. Appreciate it, Ben. You take care. Take care. I don't think I'm gonna hit it by the end of the stream though. I've yet to see this number go up. Cause like, yeah, I think my rate of subscription is gonna be the same. So, that should only be about like 100, and I've already had like 50 today. So, I am ancient too. 23 seems so young for me. Yeah, I mean, I think these days, like everyone who grew up on the internet, who was like young enough to understand how to use it, they didn't just stop using the internet. So like most of my audience is like 25 plus, even like 40 to 60. Like I have a pretty decent amount, just looking at the analytics. So honestly, like I imagine I'm actually younger than most of my audience. Oh wait, when does the next vid drop? I'm hoping to get it done by the end of September. We'll see. Good luck. Your videos are great. I appreciate it. Smooshed in. Appreciate it. It'd be pretty funny if a bunch of people unsubscribed. Yeah, I mean, you know, it does happen. Some days you go a little negative and it's a little like, wow, a lot of people unsubscribed. Sometimes you post a video or like make a post and it like reminds a bunch of people to unsubscribe. So, you know, who knows? That number won't even go up, maybe. What are your hobbies besides bio? Well, I'm a full-time student doing bio stuff. I try to make sure I have a social life. I try to make sure that I come home and like cook food and like take care of the bills and stuff like that. And then any other drop of time I have, I try to work on YouTube. So, I mean, I've definitely like engaged in a lot of video games, like watched a lot of TV shows and stuff like that, and read and stuff. But yeah, right now it's kind of just YouTube is my sort of hobby, because I do everything myself, right? So if I don't do it, then the videos don't get made. So, but yeah, I would say overall, his hobby is getting the W on Minecraft Bed Wars. That's so true. That's so true. I do play video games just like from time to time still, but definitely so much busier now. Viewership basically doubled. Wait, really? Oh yeah, we're at 40. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for showing up. I really thought it would be 0 for like a good while. So that's really amazing. What part of bio are you studying? I recently finished my molecular biology undergrad, now studying the genetics of eukaryotes. That's really cool. I'm not on the genetic side of things. I'm very much more like macro behavior, but yeah, I look at animal behavior mostly. So but like, no, that stuff's really cool. Empires of the Undergrowth is a peak game. I heard of it. Maybe I gotta check it out. There's so many games that I want to play that I don't want to play. Hey, so can we celebrate 100k for you whether or not you make it this exact evening? Honestly, yeah. I'm already feeling good enough that there are people here, so the celebration for me is already like, I don't know. I'm already feeling good. So even if we don't hit it tonight, I'm still happy to be doing this. If you could be an animal, what would it be? I think if I was like realistic about it, like considering the intelligence that you'd have and stuff, probably like just like a dog, because like dogs live good lives. Like a good domesticated dog from a good family, that's probably the best life you can get, I think. What is your favorite subject to talk about? That's a hard one. I like talking about lots of things. I like fantasy. I think the reason that I like biology is that I like the systems that exist, like the world building of our universe, basically. But I actually really like talking about alternative, like world building, like magic systems and stuff like that. I write a little bit. I like to read and stuff like that. So probably just like talking about that stuff. Usually my favorite. My bully from my elementary school got my mom pregnant. Any tips? Well, Funky Nuts, I think I think your bully is the only one who had a tip in this situation, so I can't help you there. I appreciate the love, guys. It's at 99890. Really? Is my thing not? Do I need to reload this thing? Oh, well, okay. I think it's at, I think it's this. Okay, hold on. I need to see chat again. Wow, chat's actually moving kind of fast. I'm like, wow, I'm a streamer right now. Okay. Funky Nuts is on another topic. Yeah, but you know, if that's real, I don't blame him. I got you. I will log into my other account. Yo, thank you. You're a real one. You seem to be pretty live to me. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm alive. I hit the button twice to make sure it worked. You might have subscribed and unsubscribed if you did that, but I appreciate the thought that it's the thought that counts. You like ants or trilobites more? Trilobites are cool. I did find a trilobite fossil before, IRL, which was pretty cool, but I think ants are just way too cool. I don't know. Thank you for being science. No worries. I've always identified as science itself, so glad to see you like that. Yo, thank you for the super chat, Thing D Love. I really appreciate that. I actually don't even know what currency that is, but that's very generous of you. That's very, very generous of you. I really appreciate that. Thoughts on Eurypterids? Honestly, not the most familiar. I think there's a lot of clades that I just kind of like know about, as in like that's what they look like, and that's what they, you know, that's what fossils and stuff show. But I actually need to look more into that stuff. Thank you for the wisdom. Yo, Funky Nuts, I hope you I hope that situation is fake, but if it's not, I hope it works out. Have you read Old Tomorrows? I love Old Tomorrows. Old Tomorrows is so good. I love speculative evolution. Old Tomorrows is really, really good. There's that video that Alt Shift X made, just reading it basically. I go back every few months. It's just so good. Yeah, I really love speculative biology. I like merging magic systems into like the biology and evolution of the animals. You know what I mean? I think that's one of my favorite world building things to do. Do you ever research slash are interested in paleobiology? I am interested in paleobiology. It's not my research field of expertise. But I am really interested in it. I watch a lot of videos on that stuff. But truly it's not my wheelhouse in terms of what I do at school. Am I supposed to look at like at the camera while I'm streaming? I actually don't know. I've just been kind of looking down. We're looking at the chat. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I watch this on TV, phone, and PC. Okay, I appreciate that. I don't know if it'll make a difference either if it's all the same account, but maybe it's multiple views. Ants are goated. Yo, Aiden, if that's the Aiden that I know, hope you're doing well, man. Trilobite flavor. Yeah, I guess I'd lick one. It probably tastes salty. You should stream more. High key, it's like meeting up with a bunch of bio nerd friends. Honestly, yeah. I'm surprised by how much like people are actually like. I get comments that are like really knowledgeable. You know, it's really cool. I'll try to stream more. Yo, R.A. Acosta, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. One of my earliest supporters, R.A. Acosta. That's one of my OGs. Hope you're doing well. Have a good one. Which one of your videos is your favorite? Favorite video. It's got to be the mimicry one. I mean, it just performed the best in such a short time. It was probably the hardest I've ever worked on a video. It was the longest video. And I get to just talk about so many cool concepts, so probably that one. Every mimicry explained. Which animal is the weirdest for you? I guess I interpret that as like, which animal do I find the weirdest? Don't look at the camera, makes me shy. Okay, noted. Yeah, eye contact is pretty scary, huh? It's normal for me because I get to just, you know, look at a thing. But yeah, which animal do I find the weirdest? I don't know. Platypuses are pretty weird. I think platypuses are probably the weirdest. What about scorn? Heard it's kind of biological. I'm not sure what that is. Is that like a story? Dan, what's the rarest animal that you've got to see in person? The rarest animal that I've got to see in person. I'm not the most sure about like animal rarity levels. 50 people, yo. Welcome everybody, welcome. Thank you for showing up. Rarest animal that I've seen in person. Yeah, I'm not sure. I have seen, I mean, I saw a heron the other day. A great blue heron. I don't think they're too rare, but you don't see them all the time. Yeah, I don't know. Can I subscribe twice? Thanks. Yo, please. Yo, I don't think we're gonna hit it today, this goal, but if you have multiple accounts and you want to subscribe multiple times, I would not mind a little bit of voting fraud today, just so we can hit it. Do you want to be the Mr. Beast for biology? No, I think Veritasium's the Mr. Beast for science. And my videos are pretty different from the Mr. Beast style. But who knows? Maybe I'll change up my content one day and go a little more big, like on the scene. You know what I mean? Like, cause I don't really like interview anyone who works with anything. I don't go to labs and like film things. I don't go to the wild. It's all just me and my green screen and my research. So I feel pretty non-Mr. Beast like as a channel, but we'll see where we go. Dan, building on the question from James Leclerc, do you see many animals through what you do? Yes and no. You end up seeing the same animals a lot. Like, you get very familiar with a couple species of animals. I'm super familiar with fruit flies and bed bugs because those are what I worked with. I did a little thing with crickets. Yeah, you just get really familiar with certain animals, and then like you meet people who study like the famous models. So like people study bats, mice, nematodes like really often, and really those are the ones that you get to see a lot. But otherwise, you don't really see a big diversity. I mean, if you go to the zoo, you're seeing way more than what I see, because it's hard to access. I wish I wasn't subbed so I could be that 100K. Hey, you can always make a new account, you know. Gender reveal at 100K. Tyrannosaurus Rex, I got you. I will make it public for the first time at 100K. Yeah, 50 people. It's really crazy. It's really crazy right now. I can't believe it. I mean, obviously that's like not that much in the grand scheme of things, but like for a first stream, I was really expecting like to sit talking to myself for a while. So the fact that I get to talk to anyone is like, probably had a pretty easy time as a streamer. You have to do the Dr. Tar sword eye contact. Yeah, looking at your right eye. That'll get people to subscribe. What's your favorite example of world building that has the magic system and biology intertwined? Okay, it's probably something in the Cosmere, which is a series of books by Brandon Sanderson. He does a really good job at that stuff. So like there are these creatures called chasm fiends that are like way too heavy to actually work, but because there's like these magical things, they're able to kind of, you know, weigh them down less, and then they're able to move that way. It's really cool stuff. I like thinking about it. I make my own personal stuff a lot. But yeah, that's probably my favorite example. As a nurse who once loved biology, never become a nurse unless you need the money bad, because dealing with nurse Shaniqua is not fun. Okay, Funky Nuts. I will, I'll trust that. I'll trust whatever that means. Hey, Dan and Blue, big fan here. How do you deal with people around you, perhaps close to you, who defend and express pseudoscientific and anti-academic rhetoric? Yeah, I mean, it depends on who they are. I typically encounter that the most with family, like older family members who are, you know, more set in their ways. And I think because they're my family, it's just like, you just let it go because it's family. But whenever it's someone who is actually like a friend, and then you just find out that they're like, oh, you believe this, okay. I don't know. I guess I don't really like confront anyone or anything. I just kind of, you just kind of, either if they're a good enough friend, you just kind of talk to them, not about that stuff. But if not, just drift away. That's the move. If you like fantasy and biology, you might like the Flight of Dragons book, not movie, where the author takes all the legend and tries to figure out the biology by going. That's awesome. I will definitely check that out. MCB. I will definitely check that out. I really like when writers do some cool world building. What do you think about Tier Zoo? Any thoughts of collaborating with Tier Zoo? Well, you see, Tier Zoo is like 100 times bigger than me as a channel, so I don't really think I have the option to really like choose. But I do love Tier Zoo. They are one of the OG big biology channels. I saw recently he made a second channel where he was like talking about his Patreon because his stuff was getting too expensive. I actually kind of disagreed with what he was saying in that video. He basically said like his videos are so expensive that he needed to open the Patreon. I think that's fine to open the Patreon, but I think he spends a lot of money on like stock footage that you don't have to spend. But I mean, I appreciate his dedication to the quality. Like Tier Zoo is an incredible creator. Yo, Wiener Balls, take care. Wow, there's actually like lots of chat messages. I'm even like missing things. Okay. I'll just try my best. If I don't get to your comment, you can just type it again, or we can just keep going. Yeah, Brandon Sanderson, probably my favorite author. What is your opinion? Like, can blueberry grow in the same dirt? I mean, the land where nut trees are grown. You know, I'm actually getting into gardening now. I am actually really bad at it. Like, I'm a biology major, but I'm like bad at keeping plants alive. I don't know. So I actually have no idea. I'm sure plants change the soil beneath them, but I don't know like which ones are synergistic or like how that works. I'm super familiar with bedbugs. Boy, I hope that's from studying them. Yes, it's from studying them. Thankfully. We had to take a lot of precautions to make sure we didn't bring them home. But eventually you get used to them. They're actually pretty simple to work with, actually. Um, what is your opinion on the marine biologist Kujo Jotaro? Yeah, I mean, he was a marine biologist before I ever decided to become a biologist when I watched JoJo's. So honestly, that's pretty sick. I like low-key, I'd probably, if he wasn't like, if his I'm pretty sure JoJo's takes place in like the 80s or something. If maybe he would still be around. Maybe I could run into him on a conference. How long you plan to stream for? Well, I wanted to go until I hit 100k, but that might not be happening today, so I'm probably just gonna go until the evening. I have nothing to do today, or like everything I was gonna do today I can push till tomorrow and just scram and do. So honestly, I'm down to be here like for a while. Have you ever read anything by Robert Jordan? That's Wheel of Time, right? I haven't read Wheel of Time. Is Robert Jordan Wheel of Time or Terry Pratchett? No, Robert Jordan is Wheel of Time, I think. I haven't read it yet, but definitely on my reading list. Okay. Are you on Nebula / want to be on? I would love to be on Nebula. I don't know how that works. I don't know how they sponsor you, but the amount of time it takes me to make one video is already so long that it's like so long. Yo, Ben, take care. I appreciate it. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, like the amount of time it takes me to make a video is actually so long that I don't know how I would have the time to make like extra content for Nebula. It would have to be a different style of video. But yeah, I would love to, if they reached out to me, I'd love to work something out for sure. That'd be really cool. Dan, what are you reading right now? Also, A Song of Ice and Fire book club when? Well, I am reading right now some books that I started like months ago that I haven't really been reading ever since like school started. But I'm reading Dungeon Crawler Carl still. I'm on the newest book. And also Tressa the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson, because he just released another book that I have to get to, and I have to finish up all the Cosmere books. Dan, Twitch streamer era went. Hopefully now, Selena. Hopefully now. I mean, this stream is only YouTube, but it's like there's actually people in here, so I would love to like stream and have some like planned things to do some IRL, play some games, you know. That'd be sick. Yes, he's Will Time. Yeah, so I haven't read the Robert Jordan book, but I'm definitely planning to. Malazan Book of the Fallen is absolute peak. Yeah, I actually have the first book. I haven't gotten into it yet. I hear it's very in depth, so I think I will like it. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about Malazan. I hear it's very divisive, but I think it sounds like something that I would like. Why are you in blue? Do you need someone to rescue you? No, I think I'm okay. I've actually escaped the blue. The name was kind of a reference because if you guys know my old videos, my room was just blue, so that was kind of what it was. Yo, what's up, Philip? How you doing? What time is it for you? I'm in Eastern Standard Time. So it's 5:37. Best pop science biology books for people who are curious but do not wish to do biology professionally. Great question. I think I'm unfortunately in the spot where, because I'm so involved with like the primary literature, I don't really get to read a lot of that like biology like books and stuff. I know Sapiens, I guess, is a book from what I heard. I haven't finished it, but from what I hear, it's a little divisive in terms of the actual science. But there are, I would say, like, I don't know any good ones for like evolution or the stuff that I cover, but I know like Why We Sleep is a good book in terms of the science. Thinking Fast and Slow I also hear is good, but I don't know anything about like animals or evolution. Yo, what's up? 24/7 Miami. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, Brambolos. I heard Malazan. It's a little bit of a slog at times, but honestly, I kind of like that. I really like a slow burn. I think I might enjoy watching you play Spore. Yeah, I mean, Spore is one of those OG biology games. It still holds up. I used to watch videos of people playing it as a kid. It might be one of the reasons that I started liking evolution. So yeah, I would love to play Spore. Do you play any games in your free time? Yes. Unfortunately, I'm running out of free time these days. But yeah, I do play a lot of games. I play a lot of roguelikes whenever I have the time, just because those are easy to jump into. I like strategy-based things. But like back in the day, I played League of Legends, CSGO. Yeah, you know, just the basic online games. I didn't really do. I played a lot of games as a kid. Good textbook for genetics and evolution. Honestly, I have no idea. These days, all the research I do is online, so no idea. Is the sub count working? My alt didn't go through. I think sometimes it's a little slow. Let me check, because it might also just... Oh, there we go. Did that... Whoa. Oh, okay. I think, yeah, okay. I think it just wasn't updating. Whoa. Okay, whoa. Oh my god, it's going up. I think that, okay. I think I need to periodically... I think I need to periodically check this, this window so that it actually updates. Why are your sheets blue? Well, you see. No, I don't know. I was at IKEA. I moved into this place like last month. I just went to IKEA, picked a set of colors. It ended up being blue, so it works out for my channel theme. But no, it's not my insides covering my bed, thankfully. I have read Sapiens. It sparked curiosity. How is Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins? Oh, Selfish Gene, that book I do know. I haven't read it, but I know that the main theory behind it is very, very good. Like that's sort of like the origin of like inclusive fitness stuff, which I definitely want to make a video about. But like, I think it's a good book. I don't know how much of the science is outdated because it's a little old. But I do trust Richard Dawkins as overall. So I would yeah, I would say Selfish Gene is probably good. You'll have to let me know how it is. Can we play Fortnite sometimes? I played Fortnite when it was like big. Haven't really played since. I can't say I'm the biggest Fortnite guy, unfortunately. Huge Minecraft guy though. Binding of Isaac, the greatest roguelike of all time. That's what started me out in them, and that's what I probably spent the most time playing. Super good game. If you could pick some new feature for humans to evolve, what would you like? There are a lot of like comfort changes that you could pick there. I mean, if we can go as crazy as we want, I'll go flight. I would love to just have powered flight and just fly around. 10 subs left. No, I think it's more like 110, but I appreciate the eagerness, Zaf. I'm very excited by how much this has moved, truly. Selfish Gene is pretty digestible, and one funny thing is the word meme was popularized by Dawkins. Yeah, that's true. I actually made a Patreon video about that back in the day. Patreon, which I don't have the time to do anymore, but yeah. Memes as an idea are actually kind of an analogy of how like things we talk about in culture spread in the same way as genetics, and I actually think it's a really good analogy. Nuclear Throne, I actually haven't played Nuclear Throne. It's on my wish list though. Yeah, some of your favorite roguelikes. I guess I'll get into it. My favorite game right now is called Slice and Dice. It's a little smaller, but it's like a dice-based roguelike that I just think is super good in terms of like how it's balanced and like the interactions that you can unlock in that game. Like I've played hundreds and hundreds of hours, and I still discover new things like almost every run. But then of course Hades and Hades 2, obviously so good. Binding of Isaac for sure is just the greatest roguelike of all time. I played Gungeon, I played Balatro, played lots of Balatro. Yeah. There was one shooting one that wasn't Enter the Gungeon as well. Neon Abyss, that one was also pretty good. Terraria is one of my favorite games of all time for sure. Love Terraria. Though I've heard they updated it a lot since I last played, so you know. Do you think you would / have you played any animal survival games? I absolutely would. Like, I know I played a little Ark, which I guess is, I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Like, but no, I would. Because I know like a lot of those games, like Subnautica and stuff as well. Like those are things that I haven't played that I think would be good stream games for me. Like I could just title it like Biologist Plays Subnautica for the first time, you know, something like that. And I think, yeah, I absolutely would, bees. I reread The Selfish Gene last year as a teen. It really shifted and expanded my perspective as a non-biologist. It seemed not too dated. Okay, I believe that. I do trust that the broad ideas of a book like that are probably pretty good. Tail Foundry made a video on anti-memes, super cool. I think I watched that one. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Tail Foundry, though he hasn't been recommended to me in a while. Flight, cool, go big. Oh yeah. If you guys had to pick a superpower, which one would you pick? I think I always said flight, but nowadays I would probably rather just have the ability to step out into like a dimension where time doesn't pass and I can just spend as much time as I want there and then pop back in and then time continues. That's probably what my power would be, but I used to always say flight. Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers, also on my wish list. I gotta check that one out. It seems like a sort of Balatro-esque thing that I think would be pretty cool. Yeah, Hades was my favorite game for so long. Have you ever played Who's Lila? No, actually. I actually don't know what that is. Who's Lila? Let me see. This is the first thing that I haven't heard of yet. Oh, this looks like the case of Oprah Din, kind of. Oh shoot, I went over the subscriber thing. But yeah, no, that looks cool. I would love to play like a point and click horror thing. I think those are really cool. Isaac is great, and especially the devs still updating it. Yeah, I know. Like so many since the last time I've played, I've seen so many like. There's that boss that you scroll side to side. There's like I seen like Isaac turning giant and just walking around. Like these are things I don't even know how they work, but yeah, it's crazy that they're still updating. Same with Terraria too. Man, never stop making videos. It's rare to have any actual experts in a scientific field. Yeah, you know what? I really appreciate that, Arnav. I agree. I think it's very surprising how often science or like education-based creators aren't experts, and that's fine if they're charismatic and they still take the time to research. There are a lot of really good creators, but there are also a lot of experts that go online and then just like spout absolute crap as well. So it's like a kind of a weird thing where it's like we have experts that spout crap and we have non-experts who are actually pretty reliable, but because they aren't experts, their perspective might not always be the most fleshed out. So I appreciate that. And by the way, I'm by no means like an expert. A lot of the topics I talk about are new to me as well because I have to research them. I'm only familiar in like certain fields, but I do my best to research and like, you know, yeah. Timberborn, I also gotta play that. Subnautica's amazing. Yeah, I know. I gotta play so many games. Maybe streaming will be a great excuse to play more games. But wouldn't you age faster than everyone else? Yeah, I'm kind of assuming that when I go into my time zone where time doesn't pass, like I just don't age as well. But if I had to age, like if that was the monkey's paw kind of punishment, yeah, maybe I'd think twice. It's a good point. Do you think we can unlock immortality at some point? It's a tough one. It's a tough one. In my video about it, I kind of concluded like we don't know. Maybe one day. I think that what immortality will look like will be very different from what we think it will or want it to. But then yes, Isaac, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I appreciate you talking. Hope you have a good one. Any opinion on philosophy / philosophers of biology? Is philosophy of science a big factor in your studies? If yes, any recommendations? There are a couple things I think of when I hear like philosophy of science. So I'm not fully sure what you mean, but I would say that the philosophical side of science is what I focus on in my videos, whereas in my like studies, you kind of have to try to be more concrete And even though philosophy is involved, you kind of almost try to strip that away to make it like as not biased as possible. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. It's a good question though. Favorite ecosystem? Which one has the most interesting evolutionary things going on? Yeah, it's a good question. It's wild. They're all so cool and they're all so different. I should do like an every ecosystem explained type of thing. But probably the jungle, like the Amazon. I think the Amazon is just like unmatched in terms of like the diversity of species and like the crazy stuff going on there. But deep sea I also really like. How much do you make per month on AdSense? Honestly, it varies so much depending on whether or not I have a video do well, because it takes me like 2 months to make a video. I could make $300. I can make like $5,000. You know what I mean? Like it's so varied. I was referring to games where you play as the animals, such as the Isle, Wolf Quest, Path of Titans, or Animalia. Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. I've seen some of those. I would play those too. Honestly, tons of biology animal games. I'm realizing. I think that would be a great idea to probably stream. Maybe I'll do that. Is there math involved in bio research? If yes, then how much? As much as it is in physics? A little less, a lot less. A lot less math in bio than physics, but you still have to do statistics. Statistics are very important for bio, so that is a fair amount of math, but it's just not like arithmetic, you know? In physics, you have to do like theoretical like calculations and stuff. You don't have to do that in bio. Bio is a lot more straightforward, I would say, but lots of statistics. Statistics end up making or breaking experiments, so you still have to be good at math. Would love to see a video with your quality and smarts on something about plants, their evolution. I think I'm gonna make a video about carnivorous plants at some point, and then we'll see from there. I'm definitely more of an animal guy than a plant guy, but I do like plants. Yo, Stefan, thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. Have a good day. Thank you so much. Abysmal biomes have a great alien vibe. I actually don't know what that is either. Oh, abyssal biomes is what you're saying. Like in like the actual abyss. Yeah. Like straight up like. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about a game because we were talking about games. No. I really like abyssal biomes. Have you ever thought of hiring an editor so you could just record and he does the rest? Yeah, it's a tough question for me. Not quite. It's a tough situation for me because the clips that I show in my videos are very important because they have to illustrate what I'm saying properly in a way that like matches my timing and everything, and I almost think like that would just be impossible for someone who doesn't have my educational background and like who didn't do the research for the video. So there are definitely parts that I wish could be edited, but I find it's just easier for me to do it. Also, I don't have the money to just hire an editor. If I was like super mega rich and I could, I probably would for some videos and then like structure the video so that I could just send it off to an editor, but then in the meantime be editing my own video with my own style and like uploading that as well. But yeah, right as it stands, I don't know how an editor would edit my videos, but I don't know. Hey, yo, Edson, thank you very much. We'll see if we get there today. We might not. But yeah, if anyone's here isn't subscribed, this number, I'm trying to get this number up. Though I don't know who would be not subscribed watching right now. Do you have any ideas for games you wish existed? Yes, anytime I think of a good idea for a game, a show, a movie, a website, I just write it down in my notes app. And I have tons of ideas of games that like I want to make or wish were made. Yeah, many of which are biology related, but many aren't just in general. Yeah. Most recently I was thinking like of a horror game where when you pause the game and you're in the menu, there's a monster that like gets you. So if you spend too much time in the menu, like you get jump scared and you lose. Like, and then you have to like strategically play around that by like unpausing and pausing. I think that would be a banger. All the best. I'm leaving. It's past 3 a.m. here in India. Yo, Arnav, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate the kind words. Have a good night. Have a good night. Oh, whoa, my focus. What? I think this is supposed to automatically fix itself, but we'll see. Hello? Why are you doing this? My first technical issue. I feel like a streamer for real. Okay. Well, we'll see. we'll see how this this fixes. Have you heard of the game Eastward? No, actually. Let's check it out. Eastward. Oh, this looks really cool. It gives me like Celeste vibes a little bit. Oh, but it looks more like an RPG. Why am I blurry? Yeah, why am I denim blurred right now? If I can get it to focus on my thumb, then I bring my thumb back to my face. No. It didn't work. Wait, it focuses here? I don't know what to do. Webcam went blurry fix. Try gently wiping the lens. No, it's not the lens. Okay. Have you heard of the board game Root? No, actually. Though I do love board games. But no, I haven't heard of this before. Dan and Blue, I like your videos, and a big part of it is your approach. Somehow, no matter how much I think I already know, you show me stuff clear and interesting. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I try my best. Webcam unfocuses. Or how to get webcam to focus. Trigger the auto. Oh, yeah. Do I have to Can I restart this somehow? I don't know. Alright, I'm doing it. I'm restarting the webcam. Oh, it worked! Holy! Turning it on and off again. It never fails. Okay. We're still live, right? We're still live. 40 people in here. Awesome. Great stuff. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, if you guys just stopped in, we're just hanging out. I'm just counting down to 100k subscribers. Feel free to ask me anything. If you want to chat about anything. And yeah, feel free to chat in the comments as well with each other. I think it's pretty sick how many people genuinely like science and stuff, and like also you guys are pretty cultured about games and stuff. So yeah, good stuff. Let's see here. Okay. What do you think about buy bites? I don't know what that is. Do you mean buy valves or like buy bites? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's spelt differently. Yeah, I'm back. Stay blurry. I will pretend you're being NSFW. Okay, yeah. I mean, you'll just have to close your eyes and picture it if that's what you need. What music do you listen to? Yeah, all kinds of things. Some hip hop recently, but traditionally I've mostly listened to like rock and metal. Some more like progressive metal and stuff like that. Yo, Jamie, take care. Thanks for stopping by. We'll chat soon. Yeah, I listen to a lot of indie rock and pop as well. Just a lot of stuff to like zone out and vibe to, you know what I mean? But then also feel epic when you're walking or like working out, you know. I'm a stutterer. Why isn't there a cure for stuttering? I think I think there's some speech therapy things that do work depending on the reason you stutter. But I think there are some like neurological things that unfortunately you just can't change. But I mean, it doesn't have to be unfortunate. I think these days it's pretty common to have like a stutter or like a speech impediment. And I don't think I've ever heard it and been like put off. Like I think it's usually always been like pretty it's been like I've always understood what someone with a stutter was saying, so I think it's fine. Hello Kobez, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for the first time chat. Are you kind of famous on where you study / work among the bio community? You're quite famous. No, I'm not at all famous. Not at all famous. No one would know who I am if I didn't tell them. 100K is not that much these days, because YouTube's so big now. Like there are like million subscriber channels, like tens of millions that like people just regularly haven't heard of, because there are just so many people. Like, and some people are on TikTok and I don't post on TikTok. Some people are on Instagram, I don't post on Instagram. So like genuinely, like I'm not really well known at all in the bio community. Like this is a relatively small thing that I'm just kind of doing, and unless I kind of like let someone know, you know, that I sort of do this on the side, I did let some people know in my new program, so we'll see if that spreads or anything. But I think for the most part it shouldn't. People wouldn't really know that I do this. Is it true that singing is stutter proof? I heard that before too. Like I heard it's like easier to like not stutter when you're singing, which makes sense to me, like intuitively, but I'm not sure. Bye Bites is something like Spore but more science-ish. Oh, it's a game. Okay, well, let's see. The Bye Bites by the Bye Bites. Ah, I see. It's like a, oh, this does look like Spore. It's like an evolution based. You know what? Hold on. Let's feel free to keep asking things, guys, but here's what we're gonna do. I have some daily games I want to play just as we chat. I guess we'll do the Wordle. Oh no, it's not. Hold on, I have to. There we go. Okay. But yeah, no, I'll definitely check out Bye Bites. If I play some games on stream, definitely give me whatever like bio animal recommendations you have. I'll totally check it out. That sounds cool, Mr. Bell. That sounds cool. Like Prague on the piano. Okay. Can someone give me like a starting word? I'll do whatever starting word. It doesn't have to be optimal. But yeah, someone drop me a starting word. Do you have any plans on a beetle specific video, especially stag beetles? No, I don't. That is a good idea. But stag beetles do feature in the video I'm working on right now, both stag beetles and rhino beetles, because I'm talking about natural weapons, and so the stag beetle mandibles and the rhino beetle horn are kind of a part of it. Something that I had to mention for sure. Okay. What's your subject, your PhD thesis? Also, any advice for someone wishing to pursue a PhD? So because I'm just starting, I actually don't know what my subject's gonna be. I know the general field. I study animal behavior. But in terms of advice, just make sure that you like research. Like before you apply to a PhD or even a master's, like you should have some research experience in your undergrad, and like hopefully you join a good lab that keeps you involved, so that you know what it's like, you know, so that you understand like what running an experiment's like and like what it feels like, because that's very important that you enjoy it. You saw a stag yesterday. That's awesome. I've never seen one in person actually, and I don't think they're really in Canada. Hold on, I really have to respond to something, I think. Okay. Having yeah, being live is crazy. Like I this I've never experienced this before. Slate as a starting word. Okay, Zaf. Let's go with slate. Ooh. Maybe it can be nope. Trope. Oh, toader. Tower. Okay. I thought I cooked there, but I guess not. Ouija's are go-to. Oh, yo, Lesserax123. I'm sorry. I thought you said sonar. Just like I thought someone was talking about sonar in the chat. I didn't realize that was your suggestion for a starting word. My fault. It can't be trove because there's an O in the middle. Also, I realized that I can't look at chat because then that's cheating a little bit. But yeah, also the R can't be here. But TR. Do this X strat maybe. Oh, but E. Hold on. No, there's nothing like this. Oh wait, we know where the R is. So we know where the O is too. Tenor, like musically. Yeah, there we go. Bang that one out. Bang that one out. My Wordle stats, everybody. I haven't been playing recently, but I'm quite the wordler, I gotta say. If I do say so myself. Oh shit. Okay. Let's do the connections. This one I might need some help on if it's hard today. No, I don't want to hint. I'm from Austria, and at my home there were a lot of service stag beetles. I currently breed different kinds. Maybe a video on metamorphs would be cool. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. I love stag beetles. I really wish I could see one. And like keeping someone like breeding them would be really cool. For sure. I think metamorphosis would be a good video topic as well. Sort of like these transformation type things, because yeah, just like the way invertebrates change from larvae to adults is like pretty wild sometimes. Okay, this is a I don't even know what I'm looking at. Aerial. Okay, they got me there. Maybe A and then a vowel. Nope. Merida, prime meridian, arabesque, Tiana, Aurora, Ariel. Disney princesses, right? Or is it Ariel? I think it's Ariel. Then what? Verdana? Oh, Merida from Brave. Okay. Impact. Oh, fonts. Impact, Arial, Verdana. I think George is a font. Probably. By the way, is playing this gonna kill my stream? Like, does no one want to watch this except for me? 34 people. Oh, it seems alright. But yeah, yo, feel free to chat, guys. Feel free to chat. I will be looking at chat, monitoring whatever. I just figured we could kill some time because I'm gonna be here for a while if I'm waiting on the counter. Okay, and then the last one that we're looking for. Volumetric, linear, split, angular, like distributions. No, it's not split. Maybe round off. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Gymnastics moves. Wait, aerial? I don't even know what that means. Aerial. Okay. Oh, we can do the mini crossword too. Oh, and the pips. I want to do the pips. This is hard. Yeah, connections is hard sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Would be cool to have some vid on Zurich adaptations in plants, examples, succulent surfaces. Oh, I know what you're saying. Yes, that actually would be a cool idea. A lot of things in plants are pretty untouched on YouTube, but also by myself, just because I'm not the biggest plant guy. But I definitely need to look into making more plant videos, because it seems a lot of you guys are actually interested. Hey there, man! Congrats on 100K. I enjoy your videos. Been watching for a while. I'm figuring it out. I appreciate that. We're not quite at 100K yet. Hopefully we can work our way there. I wonder if this is not updating again, because I feel like it's been. Oh, whoa! That didn't update the way I wanted to. I was right, but not in a good way. That's fine. How am I getting I guess we're dragging this away over here. Okay. Yeah, hopefully this thing keeps updating. I don't know why it doesn't. I don't know why it doesn't. Gotta go. Thanks for the videos, you're awesome. Yo, Mr. Bell, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thanks for chatting. Yeah, and also I'm just gonna be here for a while, guys, because I'm gonna stream for as long as I can until, you know, I doubt we'll hit 100K today, but you know, I'll stream for as long as I can, and then so if you guys want to stop by later, I might still be around. We'll see how the life of this stream is. We'll see how the life is. Yeah. Just gotta check this. All right. I feel like I need 3 monitors. I keep it's really hard to manage all this. I have 2 monitors. It's almost not enough. Okay. Generally, I really enjoy your videos, especially your last one, created a running gag. We should all start going for the sneaker mail strat. True, dude. And hey, I appreciate that. I think sperm competition is really cool. A lot of people. It wasn't the most popular in terms of videos, but I found that the people who did watch it seemed to think it was cool. So, I appreciate that. Do you play Wordle? Yeah. Worldle. Is that the one where you guess the country? I'm really bad with geography, but we can try. Have you watched House MD? Yeah, I watched a little bit. My friends were watching it one time, and so I think it was in like one of the later seasons. But like it was him and like Wilson, and they like I think one of them threw a chair at each other, and it like broke the restaurant window or something. I didn't know what was going on, but it's some of it seemed pretty good, some of it seemed kind of messy. I don't know. Is that a show you like? Oh, this is the big crossword, not the mini crossword. Let's do the mini crossword. Okay, I'm pretty good at these. Music purchases, CDs, eco-conscious, invite to one's law. This maybe let in. What yellow and mellow do? Rhyme. What yellow and purple do? Some say. Huh. Oh, clash. Clash. And then this maybe ask in. And then, like many dorky, play as a guitar, strum, overblown promotion, I don't know. Oh, ask up. Overblown promotion is hype, cloth, and then burns char. Boom. Okay. House and Wilson are so gay. Yeah, my friends were saying that too. My friends were saying that too. Yeah, it seems like a fun show. Seemed like a fun show. Lots I mean, there are a lot of those like medical dramas like House and like Grey's Anatomy and stuff that like have 1 million episodes each that I assume are slop, but then when I meet someone who's actually like a fan of that stuff, like it turns out they're actually like pretty good. So like House, I was impressed by like how well some of House was written. Though it's true that like almost every episode had like a similar formula where it's like they were like, what is this? And then House is like, give them tryptophanophyl. And everyone's like, you can't do that. And he's like, give it to him anyways. And then he's right, but then he's wrong, but then he's right again. It's kind of how I felt it was. Okay. Damn, I've been going for over an hour now. Hey, by the way, since I'm new at streaming, so if anyone has any suggestions, I'm also totally open. I just kind of went live and decided to try something today. I will definitely if I stream again, I'll definitely come with some proper ideas. I think that'd be cool. Hello, I am a Christian and I watch your channel to learn about evolution. It doesn't disprove anything. You know, I get a lot of comments from Christian people or just religious people, and I often find that they're either very respectful, like yourself, and generally seem to align their ideals with evolution and just like, you know, sort of merge it with their beliefs, which I think is very cool when that happens, because I do think that they can work together in a worldview. But I also get a lot of hate from people who are like, evolution's fake, and I think that yeah, I never really know how to react to that stuff. But yeah, I appreciate that you feel that way. It is a formula, but the writing is great, especially in the later seasons. His arc in the psych ward was peak. I think I saw one of those episodes that you were talking about, because then Foreman, is that his name? I think like he came out and then Foreman was the director or something. Yeah, no, there were parts that were genuinely like seemed good. I think the sub count is just not updating. Oh no. You know what? It's possible that all the people who subscribed on like their secondary accounts, like it's possible YouTube figured out that they were secondary accounts and then just removed them, because this is kind of the number we were just at, and then it got big for a while. Well, we probably won't hit it today, but I'll go for a few more hours anyways. I watched House before knowing that TV shows get renewed, so I thought the show ended with him going to the psych ward. Yeah, that would be crazy. But that is the weird thing about like network television too. Like, it could just end and just not get renewed. So that could have been the end. That's been the case a lot of times. All right, let's play this. Let's play this golf game. I have a couple dailies that I rotate through. Okay. So send me out. All right. No. There we go. Hit the checkpoint there. Right, you guys aren't ready for one of these. Oh, no, there's no way I can do it. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. The background of the course is strange. Yeah, I don't know why it's like green checkers. Oh, Jesus. This is not working out for me. I feel like I normally do pretty well at this. Okay. No. Okay, okay. That's the checkpoint. Not a natural born golf player. I promise I normally do well. Oh. Okay. Oh. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No. Okay. Jesus. Okay, honestly, I need to figure out what I'm doing for my second monitor here, cause there's a bit of the YouTube that I don't see that I want to see. Okay. Okay, I did it. Jesus, this course is crazy today. I guess we have to come here. Okay. Yo, man, your last video was crazy. Thank you, Gonathan. I appreciate that. I was really happy with how it turned out. I think I had some audio issues, which is a bit unfortunate, but besides that, I thought the research was really cool. It's a topic that I think I don't normally get to talk about, just because like it's deemed inappropriate usually, and honestly YouTube did deem it inappropriate, so maybe I shouldn't be saying usually, but no. Oh, I gotta start from here too. Okay, hold on. Come on, come on. Yes. Let's go. But yeah, no, I was happy with how that the sperm video turned out. Was happy with that. How do you actually research for the vids? I've done it many different ways before. It's a pretty complicated process. But it depends on the topic as well. Typically what I'll do is I'll formulate what I'm going to talk about, just using my general knowledge, and I'll sort of make a list of things that I want to touch on in the video. And this isn't a finalized list whatsoever, but then I'll go through all those things and like fill in the knowledge that I don't have on them by just literally going on Google, Wikipedia, like genuinely like just general searching things up. And then from there, the things that I'll go find primary literature to support anything that I'm talking about that needs to be more specific. Normally I try to weave a narrative so that like the things that I cover, you know, have to do with each other a little bit and stuff like that. And usually that requires a bit of primary literature research as well. And I have access to all that stuff as like a PhD student, thankfully. So no ChatGPT for research. I've used ChatGPT to consolidate things before, but generally it's like when you do check its answers, it does get some things wrong. I would say about 15 to 20% of the time, which makes it a little frustrating as it is. Though there is an AI called Perplexity that is pretty good, because even when it's wrong, it'll link you to the source that it used, and sometimes I've used that to just find sources. Opinion on AI in general. It's a tough situation. I think it's unfortunate how much people use it poorly, but at the same time, it is what is developing, and like I think you're gonna have to use it if you want to be, if you want to meet what other people are doing in this world. Like it's just like in terms of workflow and stuff, there are absolutely ways to use AI to really speed things up. Can't watch the stream but wanted to drop an early congrats. Yo, thank you so much. Yeah, Mothlight Media is great. I think I remember reading about the whole sperm thing when I was younger, but I never looked more into it. The video was super interesting. Yeah, it is really cool. And I think there have been a couple articles that like the general public were aware about that talked about it that were just plain wrong. And so like looking at the actual research, it turns out to be even cooler than like the general sentiment, which I find cool. What is your skincare routine? Very basic. I just put cleanser on at night and then moisturizer. But my skin's actually like pretty bad. Surprisingly, like cameras and stuff do a lot of work. They do a lot of work. They fix things up. So AI on search engines frustrate me with how much they shove wrong information in my face. It's hard to Google things nowadays. Yeah, that's the thing, right? The Google AI overview will sometimes give you like the worst thing ever, but at the same time though, a lot of the times you click on a link to anything else and it's like, it's not like that's a better, it's not like it's more like it's hard to tell what's real and what's not. So usually you just go on YouTube or like search up Reddit and like see what people are saying and just like, yeah. I think AI gets worse the more specific the topic is. Yeah, I think because it's a large language model, right? So all it's doing is it's like connecting the most commonly connected ideas that people have said. It's not thinking, you know what I mean? So once you like really delve into something, you'll see how much it makes mistakes, but it's not bad in terms of getting general information. Yeah, I agree, Zaf. I think using it in your daily life is a little tough when you're using it all the time. It should be one of those things to like lean on when you need a little help, but you can't rely on it, you know? I think relying on ChatGPT will get you to not really be thinking much, and that's not really good. Do you like the human behavioral biology lectures by Robert Sapolsky? I watched the first one because it was actually recommended to me, and it was very interesting. So I definitely trust that he's I definitely trust that for sure. Bless you, bro. You're beautiful. Yo, MR, I appreciate that. But yeah, AI is especially in research right now, there's a lot of discussion about whether or not it's good or whether or not it's you know, something to use. There have been a lot of papers where people were outed for using AI and writing it, so some drama there as well. Okay, I got this Metazoa game. Let me just explain it real quick. Basically, you guess an animal, and every day there's a mystery animal, and it tells you how far related they are. So I'll just go ahead and say like octopus today. So the closest family it has with the mystery animal is a protozoan, which is pretty close actually, because it means it's an invertebrate. I'm gonna go. Oh, tips on studying. Yeah, I would. Depends on if you're doing a test or like an assignment or something, like if it's just multiple choice or whatever. But I found with just like pure tests, you just need to make sure that you understand the material and not just that you've memorized or like learned how to do it. And what I mean by that is sort of being able to apply everything to something outside of the scope of the course means that you're probably pretty comfortable. Probably means that you're pretty comfortable with the material. And you can do that with flashcards. You can do that by just looking at the slides, whatever you want to do. But I think the best thing that I have in terms of like coursework and stuff is like knowing where I'm at in terms of my knowledge level. And I think if you can get good at that, you'll always know how much you should be studying, or like what marks to expect for a test. And I don't know how to cultivate it. I might have just always been good at it. I might have picked it up over time in school, but I'm not sure. Okay, well, let's get something else. Maybe like a nematode. Okay, so we're thinking about. Okay, this could be like an insect. Let's go ant. Neoptera. Okay, so maybe like a fly, maybe like a mosquito. Nope. You beautiful man, you should grow a beard or a mustache. I have tried my best. I can't exactly grow a beard or a mustache that looks good. I get a little hair here, a little hair here, and it just looks kind of bad, so I just shave it off. But yeah, if I could grow like a full beard, my dad said when he was like 25 he started like growing it everywhere, so maybe I'll be able to get there soon. But whoa, something happened. Did the stream crash? I don't know. It's good. Okay, so something happened on my end, but I think I got it all back. I just gotta. Oh, it's perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, something happened on my end. I don't know. Why is having a vertebrae such a defining feature for classifying animals? Because somewhere along the line of the millions of animals that existed in the ocean, like the millions of different kinds, there were only two that there were only two lineages that made it through, and those were the invertebrates, who didn't develop a backbone and just kind of stayed floppy or exoskeleton-y, and then there were the ones that did develop a backbone, which turned out to be very, very successful because it allowed them to develop brains that could connect to the body through the spine and the nervous system. This is like overgeneralizing it, but yeah, generally speaking, there was one big diverging point between the two main successful groups. Just the ones that we know, at least. But invertebrates and vertebrates, they were just the two animals that we see everywhere are usually descendants of the backbone guy and the non-backbone guy. Though I think invertebrates are probably a lot wider in terms of diversity. Neoptera. So it's not a mosquito, maybe a beetle. Dung beetle? Nope. Not a beetle. Schizo white. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to me. Let me also check on this right here. Okay, it just goes down every time I look at it, so maybe I'll it's not a beetle, so it's Neoptera. Maybe like a dragonfly? No, I'm still not getting it. Maybe stop looking at it, lol. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to update actively, you know? I don't think I'm gonna hit 100,000 today anyways. Oh, dragonfly is sooner. So between dragonfly and ant. Between dragonfly, oh, maybe like a butterfly. No. I think your topics are great, but the thumbnails are kind of overloaded sometimes. The mimicry vid did so good and the thumbnail's pretty neat because it's so simple. Yeah, I agree and disagree depending on the subject. The mimicry video did do well because of the simple thumbnail. I think unfortunately though, a lot of the times it's hard for me. YouTube lets you A/B test things, right? And so I put 3 thumbnails up and it'll just tell me which one does the best. And it's weird because sometimes the more complicated one wins, and then sometimes the more like simple one wins. So it's really, I don't know, it's almost like the topic and everything changes, and like the YouTube algorithm's also really weird with that stuff. Yeah. I mean, thumbnails are very important, and I definitely am not the best at making them. But yeah, you know, I think nowadays I just make a crowded one, I make a simple one, and then I make a couple more, and then I just try to put everything in. What site is this? This is called Metazua. It's like a daily game where there's a mystery animal. I'm kind of getting wrecked at it right now, but all of these things are guesses that I've made, and it's telling me the closest family that I've gotten, or the closest clade that I've gotten to the mystery animal of today. So it's not a beetle, ant, mosquito, or butterfly. It's not a dragonfly, but it is evolved past dragonflies. So what would it be? What kind of insect are we thinking here? Like a praying mantis? Oh, okay. Oh, crickets. Yeah, we're on crickets and like katydids. Or katydids. Ah. Got him. Yeah, mantis was the way to go. Yeah, that makes sense. Like crickets and the mantis and stuff are on the other side. Awesome. You know, I got to do the scrandle as well. Yo man, I feel like YouTube intentionally hides your videos or something because your videos are great. You know, it's partially to do with the niche that I'm in. I think science, if you're not one of the big creators, it's really hard to get pushed. At the same time though, if you do get pushed, you really get pushed. So it's kind of a trade-off. So I will have videos that do super well and videos that do terrible. Like genuinely like 1 million+ views and then like 10,000 views. Whereas there are a lot of channels who will average like 100K, but they can't get past 200, 300. So, you know, it's just kind of a trade-off. I think I've been lucky enough that I've had videos like really take off. And thankfully my video topics are like evergreen enough that people will go back and watch them. So, you know, It does feel unfortunate sometimes from YouTube, but generally, I think YouTube's been pretty fair. Oh, let's go on the journey to 100K. Honestly, much deserved for a channel with content as thoroughly researched and entertaining as this. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't think we're gonna get it today, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Let me. Let's do it. Let's do a sub count update. Yeah. Okay. Every time it goes down. Every time it goes down. Yeah, Zap, you were smart. You were on point. You were on point with the Mantis guess. Okay. Now it's time for the Scrandle. This is the most thoughtless game of all the games that I'm playing today. But basically, it gives you 2 food options, some scran, local scran. That's apparently England talk for food. And then based on how it looks and its price, people vote on which one they like more. And the goal is to guess which food is more preferred. So the sausage and a waffle looks good, but it also looks kind of like bummy. It's also $3. I'm gonna guess it. Okay. Well, I was wrong. The Brooklyn Big Dog versus chorizo rolls with onions. This looks delicious. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, yeah, no one wanted this thing. Dairy milk donut. This has to be the donut. It was close. Wow. That should not be close. Turkey schnitzel. Okay. Sausage, bread, and a pint. Man. I mean, this looks kind of terrible if I was served this. Yeah. Yeah. Gammon, bread, and pint. Katsu chicken curry. I'll go with the katsu. This literally looks like a piece of bread with ketchup on it. Curry cheese chips. Man, I'm getting hungry. Why am I doing this to myself? Okay, curry cheese chips, pineapple chicken, barbecue pork. This is like, I think that the price of this is bad, so I'm gonna go here. Never mind. Okay. I was wrong. Maybe you should diversify your topics a bit to reach a wider audience. Well, it's a good suggestion. Sometimes I've tried to make like different types of videos, but then they won't work well because it won't work well with my existing audience. So it's a little tough sometimes. It's hard to say. If I did get a video that was different from my usual ones to pop off, that would be super helpful, but it's pretty risky. It's pretty risky. YouTube deleted my comment about nuking England. Yeah, they're pretty. The auto mod is pretty intense, huh? Discovered your channel a few months ago. Love your videos. Greetings from Germany. Thank you, Conrad. I appreciate that. My dad actually lived in Germany for like 10 years of his life, so yeah, he always says things are like they make more sense over there, so I believe him. Double greetings from Germany. Oh, Zaf, you're German as well. I got a lot of German people watching, actually. I think it literally goes United States, obviously. It always ends up being United States is the biggest demographic. Then the next biggest, I think, is England, Canada, Germany, India. Check here. Yeah, that's cool that this is pretty international. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, a lot of international people. I guess it's like it's biology, right? Like it's pretty international like interest. Watching the video multiple times is definitely true. Most videos on the channel are so jam-packed with info that they need to be watched more than once. Plus your narration voice is hella soothing. Thanks so much. That is something that I struggled with early on as a creator. I was like, how much can I load into a video, or is it like gonna be too much? But then I realized people who are paying attention are willing to either watch it again or like rewind to like catch everything, and then people who aren't just want something to play in the background. So it doesn't matter how jam-packed your thing is, as long as you're talking about cool things, they'll just leave you there. They don't have to understand you. So I just try to load my videos up like no wasted time whatsoever is how I Poland, India here. Wow, we got a whole spread. That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. I'm in Canada, so it's not even like a, you know, collab with Casual Geographic would be peak. That would be really cool. He is kind of that guy in terms of like the independent creators doing biology stuff. So that would be cool. I do hope that I can meet all those guys one day. Maybe it'll be a little while. We gotta grow a little bit. Oh, got that wrong. We need to grow a little bit as a channel, but maybe I'll get to meet those guys one day. It's 4 a.m. here. Wow, that's crazy. I assume you're saying I assume that's like a strength in Europe. In Czech, watching from Pakistan. Wow. Just watched your video on mimicry. Awesome stuff. Definitely earned a new sub. Nice use of Undertale music. Thank you. I use that song all the time. It's the waterfall song from Undertale. It's in a lot of my videos. And then people always comment about it, so I'm like, I might as well keep them in. Farm a comment or two. Okay, this is crazy. This onion thing here. Alright, we got 7 out of 10. That's okay. You'll get there. You got big YouTuber energy. One of the actual, yeah, that toast was crazy, right? Yeah, I mean, I've been told even before I was successful as a like creator, like this is the most successful I've gotten. People have told me to like make videos or stream and stuff. Just because whenever I do presentations, I kind of just talk like how I do in my videos. So, I've also been trying to be a YouTuber since I was like a little kid, so I think that there's no way I can't, you know, I just kind of ingrained that personality in me for better or for worse. Central Europe, I've noticed people from around here. Yeah, we got a lot of Central Europeans up in the chat. Hell yeah. You know, if I were to stream again, what should I do? You guys got any stream suggestions for things you'd want to see? Does your family, friends know about your channel? Yes, I wanted to hide it at first, but at a certain point I just spend so much time on videos that like I can't, right? And I just have to, you know, let them know, otherwise like I'll be hiding and like it'll make no sense. So yeah, people do know about it. I've had some weird interactions with like friends and stuff because of it, for sure. Like some people don't really know like the boundaries of like how to treat it, but I've also generally everyone's been like super supportive, and yeah, it's been nice. I've gotten a lot of support in general from people. This looks like mate. Yeah, a collab with Lindsay Nicole would be much more suited because you're similar video composition styles. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I know those two know each other and have collabed before, but they're both like they're both the big TikTok people, you know. I'm a YouTube only, right? Like I have no idea how to do TikTok or short form at all. And those guys are really good at that stuff. Okay, black to play. I guess this is mate, right? Here. Yeah. But yeah, Lindsay Nicole, Casual Geographic. I mean, these are the people who usually people recommend me to collab with, and I in general I agree. I think it's I think that would be really cool. That would be really cool. Okay, I block this way. There we go. Are you from? Oh, what flag is that actually? No, though, I'm from Canada. What flag is that, though? Jonathan. What do you think of Tears Zoo? I like Tears Zoo. I like Tears Zoo a lot. I used to watch him all the time. I think he's a fun channel. Yeah, and I recently saw he made a Patreon and stuff. I think he puts a lot of effort into his videos. Honestly, a lot more than he has to. What? Oh, Mongolian flag. That's a Mongolian flag. No, I'm not Mongolian. I am Chinese. Do the chess game already? Well, these are just puzzles. So I could play a game, but I don't think that'll be good content because I'll just be thinking too much and won't be able to look at chat. I think I just take here. Oh, don't chit chat with us while you're focused on chess. No, these are just puzzles. So these, like, I can literally pause. Like, you know what I mean? Also, I ran out of my puzzles for the day, so yeah. I'm not that big of a chess sweat these days. So yeah, much rather look at the chat and chess. All right, disorderly. I gotta order these now. Starting with the earliest to latest. So Boxing Day should be latest. Oh man, this is very American centric. I have no idea. Kentucky Derby. Earth Day is probably like March, right? Bastille Day. New York City Marathon has to be like summer, right? US Tax Day. Maybe that's early. Kentucky Derby. Oh. Pretty good. Yeah, no idea what US Tax Day is. I'm not a US guy. Kentucky Derby, never known. Bastille Day. Oh, that's a French national day. Ever played Class of 09? It's funny you say that. I haven't played it, but I did watch someone play it. It's quite the game. Quite the game for sure. Yeah, I mean, I was around a little bit. I was quite a kid at the time, but it was pretty. The game's just, it's pretty funny, but also unhinged. Okay, guess the angle. You guys ready for this? So this is on the outside. I would say this is less than 10 degrees. So I'm gonna guess 151. Oh. I think I'm the GOAT. I think I'm the GOAT. This is the second time. This is only the second time I've ever done that before. Okay, and that was my last game. Hey, pretty good to end that on a win. Let me get my updated subscriber count real quick, because this is not. Okay, it didn't move. For live stream stuff, you could do a bit of breakdown on your findings from research publications, or would that be too niche? I mean, I don't know. That'd be a good idea. I wonder if I should do things related to like very sciencey academic stuff, or if I should try to be more of like a general streamer who just happens to do that stuff for the main channel. You know, like I don't know if I want to be more science-based or personality-based as a streamer, because obviously I've built my channel on science and all that, but you know, in terms of like what I do, what do people want to see me for? I don't know. I guess I could. I definitely would talk about science stuff. I want to integrate it somehow with some fun, you know? Could go half and half. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's why games like Subnautica and stuff would be cool to play. It would be very cool to play. The thing is with streaming, like I know you have to be consistent, and I don't know if I can do that as a PhD. Like I don't know how many weeks I have, or how many days in a week I have to stream to you know, be successful. I have no idea. So like if I have to stream multiple times a week, it's probably better if I Animal Crossing stream. Yeah, that'd be a great idea, though I don't have my Switch with me. I did have my Switch stolen a few years ago, so can't play Animal Crossing anymore. But yeah, that would be cool. A lot of games like Stardew Valley and stuff might be cool. I don't know. I definitely want to focus on the science, but also you know, try to have some fun. I'll think about it. Today was just kind of like a test. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just wanted to hop on. It's already been like 2 hours, I think. 20 people here still. That's great. How'd you get your Switch stolen? So in undergrad, I lived in a house with about 5 people, and I just kept my Switch in my room, obviously. And we had a house party because one of the newer roommates wanted to throw one, and so eventually some random people just walked into the house and just went downstairs and just like raided my room. And by the time I went down, like the door was open, I was like, oh shit, like they stole everything. And they were just like acting like they didn't do it. And so we ended up calling the cops on them until they stole my iPad, they stole my Switch, they stole this gold chain I had. And I was able to get the iPad back only because I was pinging it on Find My iPad or Find My iPhone. And they were worried the police were going to catch them, so they threw it out the window, and then the police gave it back to me. But the Switch we weren't able to track, and so that's just gone. And we couldn't, the officer was pretty useless and was like, we can't do anything about it. So, yeah. That's so unfortunate, goddamn. Yeah, I mean, it was a few years ago now, but it's yeah, it was not pleasant at all. Make sure you got a lock on your door, guys. If you're living with roommates, doesn't matter how safe you feel. Some, like, these weren't even people that anyone knew. They just like showed up. You know what I mean? Like some randoms. Okay. Maybe going over cool stuff you found in nature on stream, like plants, bugs, rocks. Maybe you could just show your pet if you have one. You know, I don't have a pet right now. I would love to get a cat. But yeah, no, that's a good idea. I was thinking if I could figure out how to do like an IRL setup, I would love to go in nature. There's a lot of nature out here where I live, and I think it would be cool to do some stuff. But I get nervous recording myself in public. Like, I get embarrassed. Also, like, this is like a static setup. Like, the monitors and camera are like, you can't move them around. And this already took me so long to figure out how to set up, so it might be a little while. But I would love to do some IRL stuff, just in nature. That'd be cool. There's cicadas around here. There are chipmunks around here. I could, you know, film some of that stuff. Oh, crap. The only reason I said mantis a while ago was because that's what I caught in EC like an hour ago. Oh, wow. That's cool. I haven't seen a mantis in years, actually, but I know they're here in Canada. Good night. Gotta go to sleep. You're the GOAT. Yo, thanks for stopping by, Rambolos. I appreciate that. Have a good night. Let's see, how long should I keep going for, because the stream's kind of dipped a little in terms of viewers, which is fine, but you know, chat's definitely slowing down. This was awesome though. This was super fun. My subscriber count keeps going down, but you know, besides that, this has been super nice getting to chat with y'all. Super nice. Yeah. Yo, you ever get into a fight at school? No, I've never been in a fight. Not a genuine one, really. Like yelling, sure. Like arguments, yeah, but like a physical fight, no. I did do karate as a kid, so I got my black belt in karate, so I don't think anyone was trying to mess with me. But yeah, never got into a fight. Like, ever. I think honestly, like, the best thing to do is just avoid fights. That's the #1 lesson you learn as in martial arts. So, you know, never really done that. Body horror let's plays would definitely suit the channel vibes. Interesting. I do think streaming horror games would be fun. Like, I watch Queso play horror games, and I'm like, this looks so fun. Yeah, I gotta go study too, but it's bio. Well, enjoy that, Zaf. Thanks for chatting with me and being so interactive. Honestly, I miss the days when I was just doing bio in school and not like figuring stuff out myself. So yeah, that's cool. I hope you have fun with that. Damn, this number keeps going down. Damn, I'm falling off. What if this was my peak? What if like what if 99,000 and almost 900 was like the peak of my career, and like from then on it's like I just like went, I never hit 100,000. That could happen, you never know. Yo, have a good night, Zaf. Nah, bro, your subscriber count keeps going, brother. Yeah, it'll go up over time. It's just like, you know, whether or not it will in the moment. I was kind of thinking it would go a little more erratically, so I wanted to stream today, Maybe I'll go live tomorrow. Maybe I won't, but I wanted to catch it live. I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'll probably I'll probably stop streaming in a little bit. But I'm happy to stay in chat for a little longer, for a little bit longer. Ooh, we got 25 in here now. Nice. Do you guys watch streams, by the way? Like, is it like a normal thing you do? Because I usually just watch like videos of streams after, I know people just turn them on and like put them in the background, but I kind of do that with podcasts usually. Self-doubt ain't a good look when there's a gold mine worth of potential going on. You got this, comrade. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not really doubting myself, but I just think it's funny because this number was like 189, I think, earlier. So it just like randomly went down. It happens. Some days you have negative days. It's okay. The growth in the long term is steady. Yeah, I do believe in myself, so I appreciate that, Bloom. I appreciate that. But it's clear it's not happening tonight. Sure, brother, I enjoy smaller streamers because they can see your chats. Yeah, that's true, huh? That's true. I am trying to read every chat. Big streamers, no way. They're not seeing anything. I think half the time big streamers are just making up chats. Like, it's not even anything they saw. They just, if I was I would do that all the time. I would just like pretend someone asked something so that I can make a joke in response to it that like I thought up before stream. Like like I swear I would do that. But yeah, congratulations, Dan. Yeah, thank you Shropshire man. It might be more of a tomorrow congratulations kind of thing, but because I don't think we're hitting it today. But I appreciate that. I'm glad to see that actually like a decent amount of people came out. I'll definitely try streaming again. Someone clip that for future evidence. What part? What part? The part that it's tomorrow, or the part that I'll stream again? Also agree with that. Yeah. I think smaller streamers are fun to watch. Oh, well, you must be talking about like the making things up, huh? Yeah. If I am ever a large streamer one day, it might look bad to have this, but I'll just deny it. One thing I never understood, how a unicellular critter can learn anything. I know it's called habituation instead of real learning, but I've never found an explanation of how it works. Yeah, that's a really interesting thing, because that's kind of what I look at in insects sometimes. And obviously insects aren't unicellular, they have brains, they have nervous systems, they're quite a bit more complicated. But it's still pretty remarkable how they're able to learn when they're so dumb, right? Like they're so like they work on such automatic machinery. But there still are systems, and like when something happens, like chemically, the molecules know to respond. It's crazy. It's truly crazy. Yeah. So I agree. I'm not. It's not my expertise either. Thanks for answering my questions. Got to go now. But that counter may not be working right. I subbed after I got on stream and the number never went up. Whatever. Respect the dedication, man. Yeah. I don't know. The counter is weird. Some people unsubscribe and stuff as well. So it is what it is. But thanks for stopping by, Ethan. Hope you have a good one. 1 million subs, fly to Pakistan for a week. Yeah, I mean, I gotta travel, so maybe I'll be there one day. You'll get there. Thank you. We will be getting there for sure. Whether or not it's tomorrow or the next day, we'll see. I thought it might be today, but I think the majority of the subs come in the afternoon, so we're kind of already past that. My man, wish you success. Crazy, insanely good content you make. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Genuinely, the reason that I keep making videos is because even early on, people have been in my comments being like very, very kind to me, like encouraging me, telling me that my videos were good even when they weren't that good. Like some people saw the potential of like what I was able to do, and they just like told me to keep going because of that. So like seriously, like that's why I want to stream more, because I feel like I just don't get to I don't have any community really. It's kind of just like a bunch of individual relationships of like viewers who enjoy me, but I want to be able to interact with the community a bit. I have a Discord too, but I just like don't. I just don't use it. But I don't know. I think streaming. I think I gotta stream more. Your Can Animals art video is so goated. It'd be interesting for you to do more evolutionary such ecological humanities. Yeah, I agree. You know, that's a video that I really liked that didn't do very well at all. I find that a lot of the times I make videos about topics that like certain groups of people love, but then they don't really spread. So I will definitely look into it, but it definitely depends on the idea, because some ideas just don't do as well, and because I'm like trying to rely on YouTube for an income a little bit, I do tend to target the things that I can expect to be more popular. But definitely like evolution in the humanities is a big thing, and there's definitely interesting angles that I can take that I'll have to look into. But yeah, glad you enjoyed that video. It's actually one of my favorites that I did. Oh, definitely when I first found the channel, I assume you had millions of subs. It's all put together very well. Yeah, I think my newer videos give off that vibe for sure. For sure. I mean, to be fair, like I've been doing YouTube for a long time. Like before this channel, I had quite a few more as a kid, but then I also tried a few times in some other ways. Yeah, but yeah, I'm really happy with the quality of where things are at now. But yeah, I've given up so many times. This is the first time it's actually succeeded. So I'm super grateful for y'all. I feel like you should get crazier and more unhinged in your videos, like that last one transition in your video. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the topic. Depends on the topic for sure. I definitely enjoy throwing in some unhinged behaviors in each video for sure. I think it's fun. I think it's fun. I don't want to be. I've always made sure that I wanted to you know, actually show a little bit of my personality and humor in each video and not just be purely about the science. So, you know what I mean. Yeah, okay. Oh, we got 28 people in here. Not too bad, not too bad. What's up, everybody? What's up to my lurkers out there? Well put, seconded. Yeah, I appreciate you, MCV, man. I appreciate you. So I need to stop saying man. Just to be clear, I say man to everyone. So if you're not a man, sorry, dude. Sorry, man. But yeah, I appreciate all the support, guys. That essentially makes learning more fun. Yeah, it does. I always find when people are presenting and they throw in jokes, they throw in silly like things, it always makes people pay more attention. So it truly does work. Ever considered cross-posting your old channel videos to this channel if they fit the theme? They don't fit the theme. I never made science videos before. They were all, I did Minecraft videos, then Pokemon videos, then general gaming videos. Then I tried doing like a commentary thing where I would like, you know, like the Curtis Connors and Drew Goodins and stuff, where I'd like find some random topic and like complain about it and just try to make jokes. And then I finally made a video about science and it did okay, and I just kept that. So I unfortunately no of my older videos really fit this theme. They also just aren't good quality at all. Why is Dan in blue? Well, I guess I'm in blue today, kind of. This is a navy. Yeah, just my old room is blue, and it's one of my favorite colors. I usually say blue and purple. So I figured it fit the theme. I needed a name. I needed a YouTube name, and I couldn't come up with one. And I wanted to put my name in it. I wanted to make it simple enough. Ended up with Dan in blue. Nah, bro, don't be scared. That transition your last video caught me off guard. Oh yeah, I mean, it was a pretty wild thing to do. It's a pretty wild thing to do. Yeah, it just sucks when YouTube demonetizes. The thing is, they don't just demonetize. Even when a video is monetized, but it was demonetized, it makes less money. So, you know, I'll try to be as unhinged as I can within the appropriate bounds that YouTube will pay me for. You know. Yeah. But yeah, it's been fun making these videos. I think basically the next 5 years the plan is like get my PhD, keep making videos, and we'll see how far we can go in 5 years. It's been just over 2 years now of me doing this, so it's truly been wild to be, you know, so close to 100K after 2 years. So close. So close. Yeah, this guy keeps going down, huh? People just keep playing with me. But yeah, that's fine. It's totally fine. It might not even be tomorrow. It might be the next day. So I'll try to catch it and at least post a picture of me seeing it, because I might not be live. I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be a little busy. Okay. We've been going for 2 hours now. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm just like constantly blown away at how streaming feels. It's so wild. Like I really feel like I'm talking to people, and so like time just kind of passes, but at the same time it's really weird. It's really weird. It's not like making videos at all. It's not like making videos. What's that background noise? If you hear something, it's probably the fan of my building. I can't really turn that off, but do you hear it only when I talk, or do you hear it all the time? I think it's only when I talk. That's probably okay then. Get your PhD. Wait, how old are you? I am 23. I'm turning 24 decently soon. Yeah, so I'm starting my PhD. I'm relatively young in terms of science creators, but you know, I also feel old these days as well when I talk to undergrads and stuff. Yeah. Maybe a video on animals that are more diverse than they seem. Like if snakes all look similar but as secretly as different as cats and beavers. That's an interesting idea. I will keep that in mind for sure. I think there's a way to advertise that or like title that really well, but I'd have to think about how I did that, because the problem with a lot of video ideas is like they're really cool, but then how do you title them so that the average person who doesn't care about biology will click them, right? And so a topic like that is really cool to me and you because we like biology, but it's possible it might not work as a video. I feel like I'm getting a little blurry again. Currently you are in Canada. Yes, I am in Canada. I've been born here. I'm probably gonna live here most of my life. Oh, that's crazy young. I thought you were in or starting grad school at most. Well, yeah, this is about the time that people start grad school. I actually, because graduated high school at 18 and then 4 years for undergrad. I could have started grad school last year, but I took a year off, so I did at 23. I'm technically starting grad school. I guess what the confusion is, like I'm starting my PhD even though I don't have my master's. I'm doing a direct PhD. So I'm going directly from bachelor's to my PhD, but it'll take an extra year. So normally a master's is 2 years, PhD is 4 years. I'm skipping the master's and doing 5 years. I'm 23. I'm 23. So hopefully I'll be a doctor by 28 or 9. 28 or 9. That'll be hype to call myself doctor. I gotta make a Dr. Dan in Blue channel. I won't be able to stay for the whole countdown. Congrats until the next video. Hey, no worries. I won't be able to stay for the whole countdown either, Douglas. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate everyone here for even stopping by. I will definitely stream again. This was very fun. This is very fun. But yeah, I'm probably gonna call it a little soon. I don't know. Unless you guys have more questions, I'm happy to just chill and chat for a bit. But yeah, maybe another half hour. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, because I ran out of my little games to waste time. You know. Yeah, streaming's surprisingly fun. I can see why people do this every day, and especially if you have like thousands of people. That's probably super fun. Holy, that's hell impressive, and the first I've heard of a direct PhD. Is it a Canada only thing? No, it is a thing that's possible. A lot of universities, depending on the program, have it as an offering. I know it's more common in research-based doctorates than more practical ones, but no, it's not a Canada only thing. But it's definitely it's more common in North America. Like Canada and America definitely do it more than other places. For sure. It's common. Makes sense. I think some places. Hello boy, is it past midnight where you live? No, it's about 7 p.m. where I am. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. I'm on Eastern Standard. Seems like a lot of you guys are later than me, right? Because if you guys are, let me think about this. If you guys are more east than me, then you're ahead, right? Ahead or about? Yeah, I think you're ahead a few hours. So it's closing on it's evening for me now, so it makes sense. It's probably nighttime for a lot of you guys. Actually, what time is it for anyone who's willing to say? Any chatters want to give me a time check? 4:40 a.m. here, dude. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's just past midnight here. Yeah, everyone's a couple hours ahead. Everyone's a couple hours ahead. Makes sense though. Makes sense. I'm pretty northwest, so 4 a.m. Yeah, 4 a.m. in India, right? That's wild. 4:10 p.m. for me. Oh, okay. Oh, you're actually before me. That's cool. What is that, like California? Like what's it called? West Coast of America, maybe? Or West Coast of Canada even. I guess I'm Eastern Canada. Yeah, that makes sense. There are some people more west than me. Hey, love your channel. Cheers for the 100K from Brazil. Thank you, Urso. I appreciate that. I appreciate you stopping in and saying that. We're definitely getting there. We're definitely getting there. No 4:40 in India, dude. Yeah. It makes sense. West Coast of Canada. Ah, okay. That's what's up. You in BC or Saskatchewan maybe? BC population wise is probably the best bet. A lot of people I met a lot of people in my program since I just started recently, and a lot of them are from BC, like Vancouver and stuff. Met some Albertans too. Yep, BC. Yeah. That's what's up. 5:10 a.m. for me, boy. Wow. God damn. Not a man, but it's fine. I do it too. I like when you do the surprising stuff, and I think you do it the perfect amount. Thank you, MCV. I appreciate that. Yeah. I just be saying man and dude all the time. To my friends who are girls too and stuff. It's just like, yeah. I just realized it might be a little weird through the screen because I'm like assuming, but I'm not. But yeah. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah. I like the surprising stuff too. I like keeping the viewers on their toes, you know? Yeah, I'm actually wondering where you're from as well, L Knuckle. 5:10 a.m. That's more. What is that, like the east part of China, maybe? Japan? No, your name's L Knuckle though. Maybe that's I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm actually pretty unfamiliar with how time zones are spread. Yeah. Okay, we'll see here. 8:57. I might have lost subscribers this stream. My man Dan, it's Sean from Mac. Sean as in we were in the Orgo tutorial. Are you that Sean? Like Jamie's friend Sean? Is that you? Would you ever consider doing YouTube full time? The second I make enough money to do YouTube full time, I'm trying to do it. So yeah. Oh yeah. I would really love to do YouTube full time. Nah, Abrar's friend, Sean. Oh, Sean. If we ran each other at the gym and stuff, but also then we ate at that place. Yes. That's Sean. Sorry, I can't see your picture. I don't know if it's you. But yeah. That's what's up, man. I hope you're doing well, bro. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Last time we saw each other was at that dinner. That's good to hear. Why do you want to research? I guess you're asking, like, why do I want to do it? I don't know. It's just something I can do. Something that I'm probably good at. It's not the most rewarding financially, but it gives me a lot of free time to do YouTube, so I think it works out for me. Plus, I'm a nerd, so I like learning things. Yeah, Sean. So what have you been up to? Are you in school or I don't know if I remember. One of your vids got recommended to me, and then I subbed. Glad to see you're doing well. Yeah. That's awesome. Actually, it's funny. I ran into some people in my new program who were like, I think I've watched one of your videos before. So I think sometimes the recommendations are pretty clutch for me. Oh, we got 34 people in here now. All right. Maybe I should just go for a while. I don't know. I was gonna end in a bit, but we'll see. Maybe a video about language or other types of communication in animals. For example, about these fluorescent squids, which lighting patterns may be a language. You know, it's crazy. I thought of that exact idea, and I might do it still. The only reason I didn't immediately start working on it when I thought of it was because I didn't know how to title it. I didn't know if I should say every animal language explained or every communication method in nature explained. And I was just like, I don't know if that's like a punchy enough title. I think every animal language explained would be my best bet. Because there's also things like rhinos use their poop to talk to people. Like to make messages to each other. Elephants stomp and like send messages across thousands of miles. There's electrical communication and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a great topic. I should start thinking about it again, because I gave up on it because I couldn't think of a good title. But congrats on the eventual 100K. What type of videos do you see yourself uploading in 2 years? Well, that's a good question, Michael. That is a good question. Yeah, I don't know, because right now what I'm doing right now seems to be working. So I'm just doing what I'm doing right now, but maybe we'll see if I keep streaming. We'll see if I keep, doing more personality based things. I can do more Veritasium style things where I like actually go to sites and like film and like get interviews and stuff and like do like a whole science based story thing. That would be my only inclination of what I might start doing. But otherwise, I think my video format, I'm happy with what it's become. It's fairly unique on YouTube, I think, and I think I enjoy making them. So probably just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm sure my natural inclinations will change though, in terms of like what I want to do. So we'll see. Thanks for the question. Me and my fellow research friends also dig your stuff, so you're definitely hitting it with your crowd. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bloom. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm really happy to see that like academic people enjoy what I do. I've gotten some like emails and stuff from people with PhDs and stuff saying that they like my videos, and I'm like, this is awesome. Yeah, makes me feel a little more legitimate, in my country they made it at the same time everywhere recently, but it still shows OG time for me. Oh yeah, I know, because I think in China, I might get this wrong. I'm trying. My parent, like, I was born in Canada, but I believe my parents said like most of the time like the time is pretty equal. Like you just know what time. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Sharks, not shakes. Yeah. I actually think that every animal language explained is quite catchy. Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad, huh? It doesn't sound too bad. Every animal. Because the thing is, I also want to talk about like fungi or trees talking to each other through fungi and nets in the ground and stuff like that. I guess I could still talk about that and then just only reference animals in the title. What about quantum biology? Honestly, not familiar with it whatsoever. So I don't know if I'd be the one to talk about it. Sorry, I just cracked there. I just cracked like crazy there. Ever considered short form content for reach? It would work well for your content type. That's also what blew up Nicole and Casual Geo. Yeah, those two blew up on TikTok. I've tried shorts before, and the problem is I don't really have the money to just be hiring someone to do it for me. So the investment that it takes for me to do it myself is a little bit much, especially when it takes away from me working on the long videos. But also I enjoy it less, and so it's harder to motivate myself to do shorts all the time. And I'm not as good at it because I don't watch shorts as much, so I don't have the skill to really know what's a catchy short and what's not. So it's definitely a good idea. It definitely would help me a lot, but I just kind of gave up on trying it, and devoting myself to long form has so far worked out a little bit better, which is really cool to see. So, you know, I'll definitely think about doing shorts again in the future, but when I do, it'll be when I have enough money to maybe hire someone to help me make them, because right now it's too much. Your video is very interesting. I wish you the best in your future YouTube career. Thank you very much, MacGuffin. I appreciate that. I'm gonna try my best. I have Merlin Sheldrake's book Entangled Life. I've not started it yet. I don't know what that is actually. Is it like a Entangled Life? Ooh. Oh, this is a fungi guy. Okay. Oh yeah, the fungi are so cool. I gotta read a fungi book. Any new parasite discovered? I'm not sure. They're discovered all the time, but anything like totally new? No, I don't think so. He lost more subs since the stream started. Yeah, literally. We started at like 86, like it was like 60 something. That's okay. Some days you just go down. It's how YouTube works. It's funny that it's when I streamed to count down that it went down though, so that's a little hey, I'm just happy to be here. I'm in undergrad right now studying biochem, switch from zoology. I hope to get into pharmacy after I graduate. Just curious to hear your thoughts on biochem. Love your vids. Okay, thanks Dubs, thanks for the message. Most of my friends in undergrad were in biochem because I double majored in biology and psych, so I had to take organic chemistry, and I met tons of biochem kids, so I ended up living with them and stuff like that. From what I understand, it's not my field of interest. I'm not a big like molecules substance fan, but it is super applicable for a lot of research fields like medical fields. You can even go to med school, right, with a biochem degree. Yeah, you want to do pharmacy, stuff like that. It seems to be a better degree than pure biology in terms of getting a job. I think it's a lot more practical, but it's not my wheelhouse. It's not my particular interest, so I definitely am not the most familiar. After orgo and any biochem course I had to take, it left my brain. Oh my god, I just realized I'm seeing top chat and not all chat. Maybe I've missed a bunch of messages. Okay, I don't think I did, but yeah, I should keep it on live chat. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? And maybe basic, but right now just cookies and cream. I'm a big just chocolate and vanilla fan. I love ice cream sandwiches. Love ice cream sandwiches so much. I'm getting hungry, man. What should I eat? I know I didn't get 100,000 today, but I'll order something and celebrate as if I did, just in advance. So maybe I'll order some food. Maybe I'll get a pizza or something. Yeah, favorite ice cream flavor? Cookies and cream right now, but I love most ice cream. Big ice cream fan. For shorts, I think you should take popular videos of your choice and then jump in and explain it with biology, boy. Yeah. You know, I have definitely thought about it. I've done some where I've cut up some short, like long videos into shorts. That's even a surprising one I've ever too. It's like, I don't know. I only have so much bandwidth for work, so I think I would need to outsource that stuff. I would need to hire like a shorts editor, but I don't have the money to fairly pay someone for that, truly. Do you know about equilibrium of human body and body resistance? Said by my teacher, he studied in one of the best research institutes. I'm not sure what you're specifically saying, but if you're talking about how, if you're talking about, like, because I did psych, we learned a lot about like conditioning and how the body will like really mess itself up once it gets used to receiving like an input that it doesn't have anymore. If that's what you're talking about, I know a little bit about that, but it's definitely not my wheelhouse. Definitely not my expertise. Do you find domestication interesting? I do, actually. I think that it leads to a lot of artificial selection, right? And that's actually a really relevant thing because we get to see what happens through human interference, like humans playing God a little bit. And it's also really interesting when you see an animal that has no evolutionary domestication and actually just lives with humans pretty well. Like apparently house cats are like nearly wild animals. They just work really well as like indoor pets, and that's why you'll see a lot of people taking care of like bears and big cats, and like they're able to, I would never do it, but they're able to like play with lions and stuff, because a lot of the times like the natural engineering is actually fairly good to be domesticated. Not all the time, obviously. Been a lot of mishaps there. Maybe a video on possible genes from other animals that humans might like to add to ourselves might be a bit far afield, though. It's a good idea. I don't know. I just don't know the validity of that right now, and I'm not the best genetics guy. Truly, I'm not the best at genetics at all. So it might not be for me to do. But your Parasite video was great, as I was having fun learning the things that I only read in books. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making it. That was my first video that was like an every blank explained, and it kind of built the foundation for what my channel is now. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, because it was a pretty revolutionary video for me. I just checked the live chat and it doesn't seem different, so you're good. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. I was like, I don't really notice anything else. Maybe there'll be like bot comments and stuff, but I'm not a big enough stream to have that stuff. I recently thought about if cats were domesticated further. Yeah, I think they were a little bit, maybe a little bit, but for the most part, I think they're fairly wild. But surely, because like people have been breeding them, there are definitely some breeds that have been like artificially selected. Tell us your craziest life story, boy. Okay, El Knuckle. When I was 5 years old, I don't know if you guys can see, but I have like this line that goes all the way across my neck, because when I was 5, you know those thingies that you pull to open the blinds and how there's like multiple strings? I was standing on a chair and I didn't know it was draped around my neck, so I jumped off like a little 5-year-old kid, because I jump off chairs. That's what I did at 5, and then it like choked, like I hung for a while. Eventually I fell on my back, so I didn't die, but then I had like this big long red scar here for like months. That was the first thing I thought of. I don't hopefully that satisfy you. I am not very knowledgeable in biology at the moment, but I'm definitely willing to learn. What kind of literature or general topics would you recommend that is both interesting and beginner friendly? Honestly, YouTube videos. YouTube videos are perfect for that. And then when you hear about a concept that sparks your interest, hopefully the channel leaves a link, but you can also just search it up on Google and then just really deep dive. I would everything to me is online. Like, I'm sure there's books and articles you could read, but usually they're too advanced. They're like, you know, in terms of general learning, you know, it's not too bad to just do everything online. I enjoy your videos a lot. Congrats again, bid. Thank you so much, Asahi. Thank you. Robot stated clearly, channel has some great videos on abiogenesis. I might have to check that out, actually. Dan and Blue, you're helping me ace IB biology. Yo, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. I wasn't in IB. I knew a lot of people who were. I don't know how the biology is there, but you know, yeah, people say that a lot. They say that I help them study, which is weird because I feel like the things I cover just wouldn't be in like high school stuff, but I don't know, maybe it helps people understand natural selection better or something. So I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, the blinds were pretty killer. I barely lived. Yeah. It's like a, yeah, you can still see like this big line from it. You know. From where you study mostly? Well, I'm in Canada. I'm in the GTA. So I'm at the University of Toronto, but it's a huge university, so tons of departments and stuff like that. Your videos help pique interest and helps with general biology knowledge. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And like ultimately, I found biology quite easy because if you understand, oh, I'm blurry again. Last time this worked, so let's just try it. It worked. It makes sense helping with general knowledge. I do try to keep things pretty broad, so it's probably quite helpful, especially if you're like grade 11, 12. Yeah. It makes sense. It just surprises me because I make the videos with like such a non like curriculum based lens. Like I go everywhere in terms of random stuff that I just find cool. So when people tell me that it helps out with them like with actual schooling, it always surprises me. Always surprises me. Yeah, this has been crazy. Thanks everyone for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Your hair looks smooth. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I just took a shower and just tied it back. I have very thick, greasy hair, so it, you know, it's unruly, but I can smooth it out and it's manageable. I find factual content keeps my mind active, where other things I switch off my brain. Yeah, I agree. Some things I watch specifically because I don't want to think, and then there are other things where it's like, let me lock in. And I definitely think you need to lock in to really get the enjoyment from my videos, but I know a lot of people do it on the second monitor just to hear me talk, which I don't mind at all. I think that's great. Back to the blur. Yeah, it's okay. I figured out how to escape it this time. So, do you plan to go into academia? Yes and no. Depends on how YouTube pans out, right? If YouTube doesn't pan out, then I'll probably do some type of research thing and just work on that full time to make my money and just work on YouTube on the side. But if YouTube makes me enough income by the time I get my PhD, I don't see a reason why I shouldn't go on YouTube. It's more money, it's more fulfilling to me, it's more fun. Like, you know. The camera blurring better not be an omen. Hopefully we're okay. I've been loving your work, man. Good job. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will try to keep it up. Genuinely, the comments that I've gotten have really let me know which direction to go with my videos throughout my career, so you know. Normally I hate live streams. Glad I made the exception this time. So happy to hear from you. Gotta take off though. Yo, MCV, thanks for being here for so long. It was lovely chatting with you. Yeah, have a good one. Hope you take care. Thanks for stopping by. Is fetus a parasite? What do you think? I touched on that in my parasite video. I don't think that fetuses are parasites in terms of the species, but they do have a parasitic relationship with their mother. It's a little bit of a weird semantic thing. It's a little bit of a weird semantic thing. But yeah, I would say that they aren't, because when you're the same species, like, the mother wants to help the fetus. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of evolution fitness. Yo, MCV, take care. Have a good night. Yeah, but yeah, that's my opinion on the fetus parasite thing. It's definitely a semantic question though. It's not like a genuine it's not like the answer to that question changes how the relationship works, right? Tip for you, never make any political content, and please never text a child I don't want to see end up on a commentary channel, boy. L Knuckle, I will keep that in mind. Just for you, I won't text any children. Bye, sir. My lecture on 10 a.m. Now I need to have a sharp sleep. Yo, Rajat, have a good night. Have a good night. Take care. Thanks for stopping by and chatting. Yeah. I wasn't planning on texting any kids, by the way. I don't have any little cousins or anything, so don't really have a reason for that. But yeah, it is crazy. I guess it is the last few years. Like, it's the YouTuber thing. Like, they all got canceled for that. Pretty wild. Pretty wild stuff. Just stop, Dan. Lol. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just bullshitting. I'm just bullshitting. Yeah. There you go. 99855. Yeah, I think we lost about 11. I watched the documentary from 1963 earlier, Dead Birds. It's the name of a tribe in Papua New Guinea. Very interesting. That does sound interesting. There are a lot of little tribes in a lot of parts of the world, like Africa, South America and stuff, that have like really interesting backstories, and like the way that they forage and stuff is like very, very like innovative and cool. Like, I found just studying biology, like, you actually learn a lot from that. Last question, what's your mastery / habit other than biology? I would have to say like creative things, like arts. And I think the reason I'm good at making videos is because I've always been making things. I used to draw, I used to write music, I write stories, and so I think like that's my main thing. It's like being creative, and so YouTube lets me kind of smash them together. The biology side of it, which I do for work, and then the creative side, which is my main hobby, and I'm able to sort of make a weird pseudo hobby job, you know? Drakey, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Do you play Clash? No, I don't play Clash. I did back in the day when it was like, I was like in high school, it was popular, but no, I don't have the time. I try to stay away from mobile games, or like just any games that require me to put too much investment in, because these days I'm super busy, so it's hard to devote the time. When would you say you actually began studying biology? Like, when was it elevated from a casual hobby? Well, I liked biology in high school. Then I had to decide what I was going to do for my undergrad, and I was better at math and physics than biology, but whenever I thought about doing that for like 4 years, I was like, no. So I ended up just choosing that for my undergrad. So I would say when I started my undergraduate degree, I started studying biology. Bloom Sapphire, thanks for stopping by, thanks for chatting. I hope you have a good night. It's late where you're at, so I hope you have a good rest for sure. Thanks so much. Speaks in a monotone, thank you. I appreciate that. It's not gonna be today we hit it, but that's okay. I've had a lovely time interacting with everyone. I'm also an artist, painter, and poet. That's awesome, Rajat. I find like doing art stuff makes you better at other stuff too, so it's yeah. But yeah, I would say I started studying biology like seriously in undergrad. I guess it's even more serious now for me, and that really elevated when I was thinking about what was I gonna do for work after my undergrad, right? Like, I was doing research just to complete the degree, but I ended up liking it enough that I was like, you know what, I'll take a year off and think about it. And I decided, like, especially with YouTube going on, I think it would be a good way to like get some socializing, get smarter, and have a flexible schedule that I can do YouTube with. So I go now, boy. Stream tomorrow. L Knuckle, thanks for stopping by. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. I don't think so, but I will be streaming in the future. So keep your eyes ready. I will probably be streaming in the coming weeks. Maybe I can do like once or twice a week. You know, that might be fun. But we'll see. I gotta work on all this stuff and setting it up. But yeah, take care, Knuckle. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Wow, this has been crazy. I think I'm pretty lucky in that I had like an established audience a little bit, so that I could start a stream and at least have a little bit of chat. Because I know when people are starting out streaming, like not growing on anything else, it's like really hard to grow, to even get like a single chatter. So I'm really lucky you guys are here. Love you a lot and have a good night. Yo, take care, Kingston. Thanks for stopping by. Dan and Blue, do you go to the gym? Yes, though it's more of a recent development for me. I started going last year. I started working out last year, I would say. Now I go to, there's a gym across the street where I live now, so I try to go a few times a week. I definitely don't, I need to get my nutrition right though. I need to get my diet right to really grow, lean out a little bit, stuff like that. Strong boy, yeah, I try. YouTube should give you 157 subs. Well, now it wouldn't even be enough. I'd be one off. See, it just keeps going down. I don't know. Yeah, today's not the day. I think the universe just wanted to laugh with me a little bit. No, that's okay. It just changed. It just went down one. So I think your numbers were good. I think the universe just doesn't want me to get 100,000 today, and that's okay. Who am I to argue with the universe? You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what? Yeah, so I'll go another maybe 20-30 minutes. Maybe till 8 p.m. where I'm at, and then maybe we'll call it there. But yeah, so thanks for stopping by, everyone. What a load of rubbish. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, if anyone's got any last questions or topics of conversation, let me know now. But I will for sure be streaming again. I think this was a good experience for me. So I'll definitely stream again. Maybe I'll even try to co-stream on Twitch. I don't know how that works, but I'll look into it. I'll look into it. Yeah, but this 100,000 number is not gonna be there today. What was your average when you applied for UFT? Let me think. So I applied to UFT for graduate school. I did my undergraduate at McMaster University. So when I was in high school going to McMaster, my average was like 92, 93. And then going from McMaster to UFT, my GPA was 3.94, I think. I think people are unsubbing and resubbing to see it move and it's not updating. It's possible, but I also think, I don't know. I also think like every once in a while, like YouTube will have accounts that are less active unsubscribe. So some days you'll just randomly see like a minus, and it's just like, you just gotta deal with it. That might be happening today, so you know, it's totally fine. It's totally fine, because I do believe this for the most part is accurate. Like even if it isn't accurate for a while, it does fix itself, and you know. I think we started at 99866. So that's funny. that's funny. We kept it down by staying live, guys. Maybe I gotta do the live stream after we hit the number and not expect any growth. Good attitude, Dan. It'll happen. Yeah. I have no doubt that it'll happen. I just think it's funny that it went down today. Would you say you understand the algorithm of YouTube well? Yes and no. Yes and no. Because on one hand, I obviously do get it a little more than the average person. A lot of people have a lot of weird ideas and conceptions about what the algorithm does, and I can tell you it, for the most part, just rewards good content. But what good means is what the problem is, because what's good for YouTube isn't necessarily like good content objectively. So I would say I understand it from like that perspective a lot more now than I did when I started. But at the same time, it's really freaking weird. Like sometimes you upload a video that you know should do well, it just doesn't. Videos will start like skyrocketing and then they go straight down. Some videos like creep up slowly, but then they go forever. They keep creeping up and then eventually they surpass your big ones. Like it's really weird, but I think for the most part, I get it. What was your craziest injury? Mine was losing one of my nuts. I've actually never broken a bone, so it was probably the neck thing. I got choked out as a kid. New sub, thanks for the sub. Yo, Cass and K, how's it going? Ben, my guys, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, actually, we're not hitting 100K today. We actually lost subscribers while I was live, but it's okay. It'll be either tomorrow or the next day. We'll get there. We'll get there. Ben's roommate, W Dan, yo, shout out Ben's roommate. Shout out Ben's roommate. Yo, all you guys, I assume you're chilling right now. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing well. Yo, I gotta say, this first stream that I've ever done has gone like super well. Super well. Like I actually had some people chatting. So it was actually like, I think I'm gonna do it a little more often. But I'll have to think about stream ideas now. Because I was expecting 0 viewers for most of this. And just like a few people popping in. But actually there's a surprisingly stable like 20-30 people at a time, so it's pretty nice. Yo, Sweet Pie, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for another 15-20 minutes. 15-20 minutes and then we'll call it. So anyone got any last few questions or anything, feel free to let me know. Yeah. Oh, we still got 30 people in here. Amazing. I feel like streams are more fun when there aren't many people. It definitely makes it more like collaborative, right? Like it feels like anything you say actually you get a response to. But I would love to be a big streamer too at the same time. I think it'd be sick. I agree. Yeah, I think yeah. Small streams have a charm to them that big streams definitely don't, for sure. So, assuming I become a big streamer in the future, we'll have to enjoy it while it lasts. Can you cack flip? I don't know what you mean. If you mean backflip, no. Not even close. Hey Axiom, what's going on? Has anyone recognized you in public? Nah, not like genuinely. There have been times where I've told someone like, yeah, I make videos, whatever, and they said, wait, I've watched your videos before. Like they realize when I tell them. And there's been times where someone who's been a friend of mine randomly gets recommended one of my videos and goes, wait a second, so they don't recognize me in public, they recognize me online. So it's like the reverse. I've yet to run into someone who's been like Dan in blue and just kind of like spotted me out in public. But that when that happens, that's gonna be a big milestone for me. That's gonna be a big one. Thank you. Think you did a great job for not being a streamer. Thanks Dubs, I appreciate that. I did kind of practice in my head a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But also I've been watching streams for so long. I think my brain is just cooked. I'm permanently in a streamer mode to begin with. Though I don't know. I'll try to get better. When will your next big video drop? I'm planning before the end of September. Hopefully in the 20-somethings. Hopefully I can edit this in 2 weeks, but I don't know. It'll be tight. Big streams are fun when crazy things happen, like a confrontation on the street with a homeless man. Yeah, lots of crazy things, right? Lots of crazy things on like big IRL streams. It would be cool to IRL. I don't know if I could get over feeling embarrassed walking around with a camera on myself. I think I could, but it'll be hard. I get social anxiety and stuff, you know. Want to play something? Not this time, but for sure, Sweet Pie, I will be playing things on stream in the future. I played a little daily games today, but like I'm probably gonna play like, I don't know, like biology games like Spore, Subnautica. I think that would be a cool idea. I think that'd be a cool idea. Do you think being gay is a genetic trait? You know, I don't think so, because you tend to find, you know, I was thinking about even making a video about like homosexuality in animals, because it's surprisingly common. I don't know. From what I understand, people are gay regardless of like the genetics of like their race or culture or like parents being gay. Then people are also straight who are born to gay people, right? Like if a gay man has a son, like the I don't think the probability is like higher. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's not my expertise whatsoever. So I have no idea. I have no idea. Honestly, if there is, that would be cool, but probably not. Second ad in less than 10 minutes. Wait, you're getting ads? I didn't even know you got ads on live streams here. I guess because my channel is just monetized, it just plays ads. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Are whales fish? No, whales are not fish. Whales and cetaceans are aquatic mammals. We know this because if you look at their bone structure, you look at the traits they have, the way they breathe, we know that they're related to mammals. We know that they branched off from mammals and are actually closely related to hippos. So no, whales are not fish. Though there is a fish called a whale shark. That is a fish. That's the biggest fish, actually. Hi D1060. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, download an ad blocker or use Brave. Yeah, there are ways to get around YouTube ads, but I think unfortunately YouTube's cracked down pretty hard on ad blocks. I just caved and got premium just because I spend so much time on YouTube. It's my livelihood, so I've just paid for premium. They've gotten me. When's the next video coming? It'll probably be... Oh, that's Brennan. Yeah, it'll probably be late September. I'm hoping I can get it out before October, because the way my last video worked, the sponsorship deal I got, it's like however many views I get in 60 days is how they pay me. And because I haven't reached the threshold yet, if I upload a video before those 60 days are up, I'm hoping that it'll trickle down some views to my previous video, and then that'll do a little bit better for me. But at the same time, if I can't finish it, I can't finish it, you know? I'm a slow worker. School just started. So, we'll see. We'll see. I'll have to work hard. I'll have to work hard. Never get ads on my PC using Brave plus pop-ups blocker. Yeah. Who is unsubscribing and subscribing nonstop? I think there's just, in general, a lot of... Today seemed like kind of a purge day. I think that happens sometimes where, like, YouTube unsubscribes a bunch of channels that aren't active. Or even for no reason. Sometimes people are like, I was unsubscribed to you even though I never did. So, sometimes YouTube just purges people, and then... I don't know. I think that's just happening today. So... That, or some people who were subscribed to me saw me doing this live stream and were like, you know what? No. Actually, I think I won't do that. I think I'll contribute to the opposite. Yeah, I have premium. It's saved me thousands of hours in ad watch time. Yeah. I think premium is... If you watch a lot of YouTube, it's really nice. Especially because it gives you YouTube Music as well. And I used to pay for Spotify, and then I just switched. Even though it's a little worse than Spotify, it saves me money. Also got an ad earlier. Also, there's already suggestive bots on your videos. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can do about those bots. I don't know. YouTube bots, I just leave them alone. Yeah. But yeah, okay. I actually didn't know there were ads. I guess they interrupt viewing. I don't get ads on live streams, actually. Because if it interrupts your viewing, then it's like, what's the point? The point is to be there live. I did notice it go up. Yeah, I mean, subscriber count went up a little. YouTube bots. Yeah, there are a lot of bot accounts on YouTube that just comment random things. I don't know what they're for. Like, I don't know if they're like a scheme to like get people or something. I don't really know why they exist, but they exist. What video did you enjoy making the most? Great question. Probably my Extremophile video, because I had a little segment for the first time where I left the green screen and I just filmed the thing in my kitchen with my like shitty plant that like was dying, and I think that was just a really fun segment. I want to do more things like that. So yeah. I meant like, can someone draw a line between what is a fish and what a land vertebrate is, including whales? Just watched Hank Green's. Oh, I haven't watched a bunch of Hank Green vids recently, but yeah, I think you could draw a line. Whales are pretty clearly not fish. Yo, Shafi, what's good, man? Yo, I hope you're doing well. What are you up to, actually? I was curious about that. I was thinking about it the other day, like, what's Shafi been doing? Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm also very excited. We're not gonna get that today, but it'll probably be tomorrow or the next day. It's gonna be crazy. Gonna be getting myself a play button. You know what? I'll stream when I get the play button. How about that? It would be interesting to see a video comparing how nature has changed in the last 200 or 150 years. Yeah, like a kind of like recent evolution video. I definitely thought about that. I thought about evolution in humans as well. That's a good idea. A lot of people have great ideas. Yeah. That sounds cool. Yeah. I shall make sure to be there for the milestone during the stream. I'll shoot you a text, man. Yo, Shafi, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I have you on anything, but yeah, feel free to reach out on like Instagram or anything. I'm probably not gonna be live when the actual 100,000 happens, but I'll definitely be live again. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Sweet pie, I appreciate it. I appreciate it as well. Yeah. The support is genuinely crazy for this stuff. Like, I really did not expect this, not even just today, but also in general. The first video I posted that like started my science stuff, it was called what was it called? Survival of the Good Enough. And I remember I posted it and went to sleep, assuming it would get 0 views like my videos normally did, right? Because I've tried YouTube several times before. And then I woke up and it had like 300 views and like 4 comments. And all of those comments were like thoughtful and actually were talking about the video. And that's all it took. That was like all the momentum that I needed to like get to where I am now. And then like people just kept giving me more fuel. So I appreciate all the support, guys. Seriously. Do you think there have been any extinct senses, like other than sight, taste, etc.? Yes, but not in like humans, if that makes sense. There have definitely a lot of very ancient animals that were detecting some crazy stuff that just didn't need to be detected, that I think probably doesn't exist today. Like, there's this thing called an Anomalocaris. It's like with the Pokemon, there's a Pokemon that it is, that I think had like a bunch of like feeling things that we don't really know, you know? So yeah, I think there have been extinct senses. Also, a lot of animals have really weird ass senses, like sensing electricity, electromagnetic fields, particles and chemicals in the air and the water. So we don't even know what all the senses are right now. I thought you had like 2 million subs. We'll get there, hopefully. Hopefully we'll get there. One step at a time. Great video, opened my eyes to that, got me thinking. Wait, which video? I think I got lost in the chats. This is Spanish. Porque no se ve lo que escribo? What? Escribo is probably subscribe. Why is no one subscribed? Maybe that's what it's saying. Why is no one subscribing? Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people are getting unsubscribed today. I think YouTube's just decided to take that path, so it's okay. You're giving me successful vibes. I appreciate that. Hopefully one day we'll be truly successful. But yeah, I mean, it's thanks to everyone watching for sure. Opinion on EDP 450, right? I I don't have opinion. I don't have an opinion on him. I know who he is. I think it's probably fair that he got canceled, though I truly don't even know what happened. I just remember that people were saying it was crazy. Oh, the one about evolution, you only need to be good enough. Oh, yeah, that was my first video, like, of this arc of videos. I had some older ones. I kept one of them up that when I tried to do YouTube before. Yeah, honestly, the concept of that video was great. I even thought about remaking it, which is like better, but yeah, it really was the one that carried my channel. Why is what I'm writing not showing is what I think you type. Oh, okay, Escribo is writing, not subscribe. I thought it was like subscribe Escribo. Makes sense. I don't know why that's happening. Maybe YouTube sometimes just removes things. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Hi, I've been listening for a while now. Don't be surprised that people love your videos. Sourced videos like yours, which cover unusual topics, are unfortunately too rare, and we love them. Good luck. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. I try my best to include relevant sources. I don't include all my sources, but that's because I usually have so many. So I try to include the key ones. Yeah, because kind people like you usually tell me that it's nice that I do that. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Instantly forgot the title. Sorry. No, that's okay. That's okay. It took me a while too, and I made it. Right. Yeah, I love covering unusual topics. It's just sort of finding the nice line between what's unusual enough that people haven't heard of it, but is familiar enough that they'll still be interested in it at a first glance, right? So I try to cover those things, and hopefully, oh, I mean, I've seen that some people enjoy some of them, some people seem to not enjoy some of them, but it's just been a great experience overall. I'm truly flattered that people watch and enjoy. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. It's 8 p.m. for me. I'm hungry as heck. This was super fun. Ben, what's good, man? You're back. Yeah. I'm wrapping up right now though. But thanks for coming back. I appreciate that. No, it's not because of you though. It's not because of you. But yeah, I'm just gonna wrap up. I'm getting hungry. This was awesome. This was super fun. I really appreciate that. Would you ever live? Can someone tell me what that flag is? What is that flag? I don't know what that flag is. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Hopefully you'll take care. I will make sure I stream again in the future. Maybe we can make this a regular thing. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. What do you think is the reason of living? Truly, I don't know. That's something that I want to figure out for myself. But yeah, no, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys a lot for stopping by. Bro, so with all this, you think billionaires are going to swap out the rest of us for advanced robots before 2100? I don't know about before 2100, but who knows? Maybe one day down the line. Would you now? What is that? Okay, Democratic Republic of Congo. Probably not going to live in the Congo. I don't see why I wouldn't, but I just don't see a reason why life would leave me there. Ben, I don't know what this flag is, man. That's like a spruce tree. That's like a pine tree in a. It's like a pine tree in a thing. But yeah, listen. Take care, guys. I really appreciate you stopping by. I really appreciate everyone stopping by. This was a really awesome first stream for me. I'm definitely gonna stream again. So thanks so much for stopping by. We're just gonna wrap it up. Now. I don't know how I can do that, actually. Don't know how to do that. Yeah, you have a good night too, Drakey. All of you guys take care. Goodbye. See y'all later. Thanks so much for coming through. This was an awesome first stream. I really appreciate that. To all my lurkers out there, I see you guys too. I see you guys patting out my viewer number, keeping it up to that in those double digits, so I appreciate that as well if you're hearing this. Yeah. Alright. That's gonna be all. It was a great stream today, guys. Chat, I should call you. I just realized. Because I'm streaming now. So yeah, chat. Hope you guys take care. See ya.